Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yep. So start back in town.
I'm very
Bless you.
sorry.
Bless you.
Uh, okay. So, uh, the group up in the bar. All of you went to sleep, having commissioned Conroy to prepare a gift
For knife
for
crab.
Krabius the Mighty.
I'm sorry.
Of which they spent most of the time just kind of staring into the ether, thinking,
Why is
"This,
life? What
this
is life?
is a lot."
It's like I never knew this insanity existed. What is this?
So Staros said you guys were cool, but I'm starting to think even my god's a bit. Even with the sort of parties I've been to, Jesus fucking Christ.
So, yeah, the rest of you woke up the next morning, went around, you got breakfast. It seemed pretty, maybe it seemed to be going pretty alright. Uh, as for Anthony's, you woke up in your own apartment.
Mm.
Yeah, your daughter's room, which you left mostly as it was, so she can come whenever and stay if she
Yeah.
needs to. Uh, your ex-husband's stuff, you kept some of it out of spite.
Yep. as you do.
Yeah, including but not limited to a couple jewels, a couple ornaments, some art that he had that he had
He
gotten
never
his
even
hands on.
liked the art anyway. I got that for him and he didn't never fucking appreciated it. Sorry.
It's like, yeah, it's like I'm gonna like all of his corner of the room is now like decorated in your style, so it looks pretty nice.
Mm. It means I
Uh,
get to spoil an old medal to myself. What's wrong with that?
yeah, fair enough. Uh, but yeah, where would you like to go?
Um, I guess I kind of consider my options and then just kind of give a resigned sigh and head back towards where these other guys are. Since I seem
Yeah,
to be a bit too far in now to.
yeah, yeah. It's like
And it might be a bit of a boring session for you if you didn't come to join us.
yeah. So like either our curiosity or like just to know like how did you get tangled into this whole deal?
Mm.
You make your
Yeah.
way to you make your way to the town. Yeah, from the lower general district, you travel. You get to the lower crafting district. You see the smithies, like wood carvers, different kinds of artists, glass blowers, and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much like the more cultural crafting side, very full of like either artistic expression or military utility. It depends on which shop you go to. But as you arrive, you do see the same white-haired old human-looking guy that had been commissioned for appeasing the crab. Yeah, you see him working on a couple of enlonghened like knives, longer than average, also curved in shape. Uh,
Mm.
you'd identify those knives specifically as kukiri.
Hmm.
It's actually one of the weapons you're proficient in.
Nice.
You know they're more effective than typical knives. Do deal a bit more damage, but they can be a bit tricky to the newly newly started in training.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see him working on it. You see that the blade itself seems to be made of steel. He seems to be doing like coverings and different, uh, almost like a sheath for the outside of it,
Yeah.
almost like to make it look bigger and decorative. You see like different kinds of rocks and a couple of gems even. Like he's working on it. He's halfway through it. He'll probably finish by tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. And then yeah, you pass by. You see now the three. two humans, one tiefling woman that are outside. They're the guards of this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen them before, and you pass by. They either give you like a curt hello or wave at you.
It's kind of they're probably seeing the particular change in my expression coming in now. It's like before, I was like, okay, let's go to the bar, having a good time. And it's like, okay. Yeah.
Like, yeah, the closer you get, the more you feel the exhaustion, the mom exhaustion that you feel.
Yes, the impending. Yeah, what's
The,
happening now?
the impending fretting over these children.
I can't just poke my head in. I just gotta check
Okay,
what's going on before I walk right in.
okay. You see a couple people, including two of the party members. Which at this point I'd say, Sophia, you have your armor with you, but you're not wearing it because breakfast. Who wants to eat
Yeah.
breakfast?
Yes. Yes,
Uh,
indeed.
and you see Camilla as well. Both of them seem to be there. Well rested. They both seem to have taken a bath and in the middle of eating
Unlike
breakfast.
Sarah, Camilla knows what soap is.
Yeah.
Good.
And you have a bathhouse outside behind the tavern. So,
Oh, did we buy that already?
oh yeah, you did.
I couldn't remember.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Nerd.
So I see them there, and I kind of take a moment to just kind of check that nothing stupid's going to happen immediately upon me looking in.
Everything seems to be in order.
Yeah,
You
everything
see, there's a
seems
couple
fine.
other patrons. Yeah, there's a couple other
everything seems
patrons.
fine. I'll just trot my way in.
Right. You see the same, the same employees that you've gotten used to seeing. Alistair, the young man with blonde hair and scars.
Yeah.
Who looks at you and sees that you came in. Can I get you anything? As he's passing by with a tray in his hands, which is full of like simple breakfast food. Seems he was carrying it to another table.
I just kind of just text my just whatever breakfast comes to hand quickest and a bottle of wine, please. Any sort.
Sure. Yeah. It's not at all phased by the request for alcohol this early in the morning.
It is
He's used to serving mirror.
Yeah, I mean you've been drinking their wine for a little bit, so yeah, no, he like all right. Feel free to take any available seat, and he goes to dispatch the order and get your food.
I find any sort of like if there's like any sort of like sofa rather than a normal chair, something I can lounge in.
Okay. Yeah, it's mostly chairs, but there's a couple of ones that are definitely made more for comfort rather than just sitting as usual. Like a couple of fancy ones that are definitely not part of the sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go ahead and take one of those, and I guess you drag it over to Sophia and Camilla.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure, that'll be sad. Yeah, both of you see Anthony's approaching you.
Morning.
So
Hello.
I'm back.
So, there's a few things I think we need to do.
Yeah.
First off, where is Nedrin at the moment?
He is by the bar. He's taking care of the egg for one.
Yeah.
You see that he has like the little like placement that you bought to hold the egg in place, along with the rock of warmth,
Yeah.
like on top of it. And
I
basically,
wanna...
he seems like he cleared an entire part of the counter that previously had like a barrel holding up ale, essentially.
Yeah. I want to go and ask him how the egg is doing.
Oh well, it's doing fine for now. It's still very early on, but as soon as you see the rest of the egg, I'd say solidify. That's when you can tell it's going to hatch soon.
Interesting. Well, let us know if you need anything else for it.
Yes,
Him?
of course. Yes.
Okay.
So, what's on the agenda for today, particularly?
I mean...
Well, one thing we should do is we should check on our drug garden because we were gone for like a week.
Oh yeah, let's check on the drug garden.
Excuse me, or what?
Okay, so we went to a Fae island and we found lots of very interesting plants with very interesting mind-altering effects if you drink the oil. So we brought some back and started growing them for recreational purposes and potentially at one point maybe even for profit if we managed to have enough, you know.
Yeah,
Wow,
let's
you
go
guys
ask-
are really casual about saying that in crowded city
Are
company.
drugs
It's
illegal
not
in
illegal.
ancient Greece? I don't think they are.
And even if, like, regular drugs are illegal, they aren't gonna know about the Fey oil, so they won't have been able to ban it yet.
Also, you shouldn't be saying anything because you're drinking a literal bottle of wine for breakfast.
Alcohol's different to Fey drugs.
You don't
I
even know the
mean,
Fey drugs.
technically,
They're really
both
not. It's not super
mind-altering
trippy.
substances.
They're not that trippy. It's just a bit, relaxing.
Makes you a little bit more susceptible to tricks.
To be fair, both of the people you're talking to were under the they don't know who it was for everyone else outside of it. So for them, one of them suddenly learned Goblin, and only learned it as soon as she came out of the hive. The other one felt like she had a claw of a crab for an arm. It was interesting.
Okay, that's...
Let's go talk to Taylor about drugs.
Do you want to try some Fayol? We still have some. I've got
Yeah, we
some
have
on me
some
right now.
left over.
Do you want to try it?
I didn't try it because I thought one of us should be sober on the trip.
By the way, this is not me pressuring you into trying it. I'm literally just offering, just so you know.
It's up to you.
I mean, as long as you're not going to cut me off somewhere whilst I'm in this sort of state, and if we just have like at least a few hours, then
Do you have any other big plans for the day?
Not really. And if you guys can promise that you'll keep this old lady safe for the duration of whatever this is.
This
I
is
like to
probably
party,
the
let's
safest
just go.
place to get high.
Alright.
Yeah,
Definitely
It's
safer
just
than
gonna
a
be
Fey
running
island
some
in the
errands
middle of
together.
nowhere.
absolutely, absolutely. Because today's just like an errand day. Yeah.
So,
So I need to like roll a con save or something with this stuff, or is it just it takes effect?
this is
I
literally a
gotta
case
mute
of
myself,
first one
I'm
free
sorry.
kid. First one free kid.
Okay.
Go for it.
I will try some.
Okay. How would you like to try some?
Oh, there's different options of in taking it then.
You don't know. They only drank it.
You can try snorting it or putting it up your bum. I don't know how else people take drugs.
I mean, it's oil. You can just put it on your skin if you want to.
I'm just gonna drink it, like.
I mean, it's
you guys
oil.
said
You can
drink
just.
it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You drink it. Do a con save.
Oh boy.
Okay. Let me consult my table of levels of trip.
Level 7. This is. Did I mention to you guys my long running curse when it comes to con saves?
No, I
What-
don't think
what
so.
is that? Never heard about that.
I never ever succeed con saves. Literally, my first campaign I had a -2 to Constitution because I was playing a campaign where the DM wanted everyone to have a dump stat. Which made sense, but I failed a lot of saves then. Then I played a character with a +3 and still failed every save, to the point where I rolled a natural 1 for a very basic sleep dart whilst I was trying to swim after a guy who was also swimming, and I started drowning because I just
Oh my
KO'd
god.
immediately. And my luck hasn't really improved since then, as you can tell, considering that I've just had a little bit of a... like, let's just drink a bit of this stuff. 7. Okay. I have a +3 to a saving throw as well, so...
Yeah.
Okay, 47. All right. Okay, for one, you're feeling real good.
Has anyone here actually tried acid? I
No.
never
I've
have.
been drunk, that is it.
Okay, so for one, you're feeling real good. Colors are popping out more than usual. Like colors that were typically like a very muted tone come out very bright. So yeah, between like between all of the sides you have within your like, it's popping out like it's fucking into the Spider-Verse, you know, like that kind of bright.
Ooh.
You're feeling really warm, and
Like, too warm or just warm enough?
no, like pleasantly warm.
Okay.
Also, you feel really, really good, and it feels like things are moving a little slow for your taste. Okay, because it's 7, you'll get more than one effect.
More than one. Oh shit.
Okay,
I get more than one
They're-
offense.
30 and
Fuck that.
70.
Great. Okay.
30 and 70.
So, wait, just to clarify, current list of problems. Things are going a bit slower. I feel great. I feel extremely warm.
And
Colors have gone fucking nuts.
yeah, and the last two things, which are actually can go into effect in combat.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
You are under the effect of haste for 1 hour.
I got hasted
Oh my god.
But it's gonna be wild.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
So, you feel like you could run a marathon right now, for one. And the other thing is, you feel really mellow,
Oh
which
god.
means you were getting you to actually fight would be really hard. You would
So I'm super chill. Colors are wild, but I'm also fucking fast. But I feel like everything's going slow. Jesus. So you guys probably just see like she just takes this moment and it's just kind of like practically vibrating on the spot.
But
Let's go-
also
let's go play some
super
sports.
chill.
But it's also like looking completely stoned, but also fine. And it's just like I'm gonna go for a run. I just out the door.
All right. Alistair comes back like 30 seconds later with food. Oh,
U-turn. Let's zoom back in.
wait. Forgot, you were hungry. You're still hungry. You get the munchies now.
My cheese.
So, yeah, you scarf down the food, you pay him, like, how much do you pay him? Are you in your right mind?
Like, I'm not thinking correctly, so I'm gonna pay him too much.
Okay, sure, you pay him 2 gold.
2 gold. Yeah, that's
Like, okay.
Okay,
Like,
so I'm back. So you're high.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Nice. Is it like?
I've got a very long list of infractions because I rolled a 7 on my con save.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Is it
I'm
good high
pacing for
overall?
an hour.
yeah, the lower your con save, the more effects you go under. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are what the fuck? And
Okay, so I can see colors ridiculously brightly. I'm super chill. I feel warm. I feel really good. But I'm kind of stoned. But I'm also under the effect of the haste spell for an hour, so I'm also moving really fast.
Nice. That's pretty good overall,
So
though.
I'm
Also-
like the most chill person moving
at
fucking
the speed of
fast.
sound. Yeah, at the
Yeah.
speed of sound.
So I tried to
Just doing
I thought,
twice
hey,
as
let's
many
go run,
things
wait,
as
I'm hungry,
everyone else.
U-turned. Just zoom back in. Ate an entire plate of food in probably like 10 seconds.
Yeah, basically, you scarf down the food and immediately go back running outside.
I
And
want
later
to
you
try
want-
the Fey oil now. I haven't
Yeah, you
tried
took
it
it
yet.
with you. Okay.
I'm gonna try
Well, that
some.
was a full dose. Do you still have some?
I think we just wrote that we had a jar, so I don't know
Yeah,
how
we had a
much is in a
jar.
jar.
But we didn't take that much when we were in the Feywild. We only took like a little bit each. So I don't know how much
Okay.
we took now.
Because you actually gave her a full dose. She took a full dose of that shit.
Mhm.
You have
Because
one more dose.
We know that the best thing
Okay.
to do when introducing your friends to new substances is just give them as much as fucking possible and let them run out of the room where you can't catch them. Because that's safe.
Okay, let's go and check
Christ,
on.
why would you give the
Taylor
mum
to
friend the behaviour-inducing drugs?
Listen, we never said we were smart. We're just kind and
She
generous.
asked you to take care of her.
We like
never
sharing.
Right down Athens now.
I mean, we're just not fast enough. Okay, let's go talk to
Okay.
Taylor to see how she's doing with the growing,
I'm gonna
and
fucking
if
die,
it's
guys.
going well, I might take the rest of our
Okay.
Fey oil just to see how
Okay.
it affects me.
Okay, so you're running around the you're running around the area of the other property.
I'm seeing if I can do a loop around the city and how quick that'll take.
Okay, so you're seeing like how fast can you get back home and back here in one run? Sure, that's fine. Uh, okay, so you go check on Taylor. She seems to be staring at where you think and Denise went running. Like there's a trail. She was really fast.
Well,
Oh my God.
not to mention the fact that, of course, with the hooves and the fact that her footsteps are usually quite loud, it would be like.
Yeah, it's like,
Extra
like a
fast
horse.
coconut clopping.
Yeah, it's like a horse passed through, but the horse had super strength, you know?
Jesus.
It's like the Flash ran past, but he was also a horse.
I mean, haste doubles your speed, uh, and she was under the effect of haste, and then she could have like dashed. So that. How fast is that?
Considering as well,
That is
That's like-
have extra
very
speed.
fast.
Yeah, that's like
I can-
almost
if I
200.
dash-
That's
If
like
I
almost
dash, it's 70 feet of movement.
Yeah.
So, add
Yeah,
whatever haste does.
Yeah, so it's real fast. It's really fast. But yeah, all of you come upon Taylor. Taylor is looking confused, but also kind of amazed. Something that she was not sure she saw like past when just passed her off into the city. She didn't know what to do, so she's just staring.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Okay, so yeah, you see her like staring off into the distance, where Denise disappeared. All right, so you approach her. She hasn't noticed you. She's there.
Hey Taylor.
Yeah, she turns she turns to see you like after blankly staring in that direction for a couple of seconds. Oh, hey, can I help you?
We were just wondering how you were getting on, with cultivating those seeds that we brought back.
Oh, it's a slow process. They're not native to the place, so they probably need specific ways to take care of them. So I'm seeing what I can do. I'm asking other people in my circle, see if they know anything. But it's a
Alright.
slow progress.
Okay.
I can show you I can show you how it is right now.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to see.
Okay, follow me. She guides you to the back of the stables, where you can see it. It seems like she's taken to planting a couple of flowers and other plants around.
Mhm.
She takes you to a spot that is a little bit further away, definitely to be isolated. You can see that something definitely has been planted there, and you see like a little stems pushing out of the ground. It's bright blue in color. You remember as the tree that you took this from.
Mhm.
but it's very, very small right now.
Aww. Baby plants. So that looks good. And then I'm gonna chug the jar of Fey oil.
But there's all. Can't we at least share half?
Okay,
I
I'll
want
share it
some.
half with you.
Guys,
Thank
sharing
you.
it isn't the problem. It's the fact that that means that both the mom friend and the person who is the most chill out of the group are both now going to be under the effect of this wildly unpredictable drug.
Who is the most chill?
Probably.
It'll be fine.
I mean, I guess in social situations, normally, probably Camilla.
Yeah, probably. She was the one
Like-
sensible enough not to take it when we were on the island.
Okay, so curiosity, you know.
Okay.
Listen, we'll be fine. If we're all too high to do anything, we'll just sit in the bar all day. It'll be
And eat
fine.
snacks.
Yeah.
At this
Okay.
point, Underneath probably manages to come back into the.
Oh yeah, you at
Alright.
this point, because you've been running like between them now chugging, you'll arrive just after they end up chugging their stuff. So both of you make a con save.
Probably if everyone just kind of like, you know. It's like, hey, where did you guys go? Oh, they went to the back. Okay, cool. Hey, you guys want to go fishing?
I can teach you how to fish. I know how to fish.
Unfortunately, I'm very good at Constitution, being a sorcerer.
Oh, that's a 20.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So Camilla, you get the happy effect, and one more effect, which I'm gonna roll for. Sophia, you get the happy effect and one more effect. So both of you succeeded. So none of you are getting like
This
the
stuff
weird
is
ones.
really strong then. If a 20 can still get you buzzed.
Yeah, no, like it's gonna affect you no matter how you roll, unless you roll any. In which case you just get the happy feeling, nothing else.
Can I have a link to this table you're rolling from, please? For my
No,
campaign?
because there's a if you want it for later.
Yeah, I want it for my campaign. I've got fail people in my group. Shit will be amazing.
Just remember, the shit is magical as fuck.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. It would be like the forbidden elixir and.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting.
Hmm.
Okay, so you get one effect. Who wants to go first, Sophia or Camilla?
I don't mind.
Come on, I rolled first. Let's just go in order.
Yeah.
Roll the easiest.
Oh boy, okay, interesting.
Okay.
Camilla, you have true sight for the next 10 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Do I see anything interesting out here?
Special
I'll
eyes.
tell you in a second. But first, Sophia, let's see what you get. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
uh. Okay, where's that spell?
Oof.
Oh, there's spell effects? Oh shit.
It's one of my one that I created myself.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That could be many
Okay.
things.
Yeah, it's things that you wouldn't be able to learn or I gave for you to learn,
Mm.
Damn.
like a scroll or a book or something of that kind.
Mm.
Okay, actually, both of you get sight-based spells.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so should I tell you the name of the spell?
Yes. Please.
Okay, sure. The name of the spell is Measure.
Okay.
And with this, you're able to tell class, level, and affinities.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Which means you can see Camilla. You identified like first you see Camilla's covered in a blue aura,
Mhm.
which your mind for some reason instantly tells you sorcerer, magic is in blood. Then you see how big the aura is.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to tell 7th level. Gives you the measuring numbers, like access to magic this powerful.
Ooh.
And affinities, you see affinity for poison, which
Mhm.
you imagine it's probably for her Yanti heritage.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Cool.
okay, Camilla, you get something less pleasant. Uh, in True Sight, do you know what True Sight does?
You can see into the ethereal plane, for one thing.
Yes. For
And you
one.
can see through all illusions.
Yeah,
Someone's got a
so
fucking illusion here.
yeah, so no, not necessarily.
So-
But what you do see as you open you blink a couple times and then you look at Sophia. You see a shadow looming over
Ooh.
Sophia
Ooh.
with with horns
Oh.
Oh.
that curl
Oh,
up,
Ooh.
and you actually see only one pair of horns right now, but it seems like there's another like growing slowly,
Ooh.
and
Oh, boy.
you see two pairs of wings at the back, and but the rest of the body looks like, because it's almost like you're seeing a silhouette, you know, and it's all blood red in color.
Oh.
No features that you can see, and but the rest of the body looks kind of decrepit.
Ooh, a featureless, creepy shadow creature clinging to her. That's
See?
fine. That's great.
You
this
know,
is her
the
weird
thing is,
daddy,
I
isn't it?
know,
You
Yeah, I
made
know who it
such a
is,
great
that makes it
choice in your
worse.
pact. Jesus Christ.
This is why you don't make pacts with the devils.
This is
This is why you don't multi-class in Warlock.
listen, I'm not gonna be defined by the one time I made a pact with the devil. Don't.
Oh my god, I fucking love it. Oh my god.
But yes,
almost like
you
guys.
see, you see this. You see this hovering shadow in the ethereal plane. It seems to do nothing but follow Sophia. You don't see it doing
Oh.
anything else. Whenever she moves a little bit, it moves with her. She's
that's bad.
never quite touching her, but never going out of like a 5 foot range.
Oh, that's very
Interesting.
bad. That means my talk with Barks. I mean, I don't know this obviously, but this means my talk with Barks was spied upon.
I mean, you don't know really.
Yeah, I don't, but you know. Oof.
I mean, your granddad maybe seems more a spirit than anything.
Yeah.
So
And your great granddad
Damn.
is pretty.
however many generations come in 1,000 years.
A lot.
Yeah. So
I
that's
think
a
it's
thing.
like a lot. I'm gonna Google how many generations.
Like 10 maybe.
More than
More.
10. That would be like breeding every 100 years.
So that's
You never know
30.
what.
So people say that it's 30 generations in 1,000 years.
Hmm.
That's a lot.
However many grandpas that is.
Yeah, a lot.
So yeah, that is what both of you see.
Okay, guys, I have to go very quickly, and I will be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Alright.
We'll say
I
you.
just did a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. We'll say you were taking a jog around the place.
Yep. Oh, I see you guys are busy taking the drugs again. That's cool. I'll be right back. Honestly, I'm glad that she's stoned. Otherwise, she'd have some very terrible ideas about what to do in her time because she can run so fast.
That's fair.
That's true.
Hey, I wonder if I can get to the central district and spy on people before they know I'm there. Woo! No, luckily, she's too chill to think, maybe I should go see my crush, but then, you know. Jesus
Like,
Christ.
damn. It's like,
Nice.
how quickly can I sneak in into the higher levels?
Jesus.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
So yeah, Sophia, and as you look upon someone else, you're able to see, Taylor. You're able to tell Green Aura, Druid,
Mm-hmm.
level 5. You're able to
Oh.
measure,
Mm-hmm.
and the only other thing you're able to tell, human.
Mm-hmm.
You have this ability for 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay, you know what? Actually, in that case,
You're just
hold on
gonna
a
go
quick
and look
second.
at everyone.
Yeah, cause fuck, where is it? Oh, pertinent information. See, remember when we wanted to ask around?
We wanted to be nosy about Alistair, didn't we?
Exactly. I was trying to be a bit more polite in phrasing it, but I did want to be nosy about Alistair. So maybe I can just, if he's around, take
Go
a
and
quick
look
Yes.
look
at
at
him.
him.
Okay, so you're just gonna come around and peek out.
Yeah, I'm high, so
Just
I probably look really weird doing
casual.
it.
Yeah. So you do see Alistair,
Mm-hmm.
and aura is yellow.
Okay. Right.
You're able to tell rogue.
Ooh. He can break locks
Level
for us.
level 6.
Oh.
Oh, strong boy.
Affinities, and you notice the aura is huge, immense.
Oh
You're
my
able to
god.
tell divinity, demigod.
Oof.
Demigod part human.
Part human, part god,
Mhm.
all sun boy.
Yeah.
And
See, I found the
I will actually let you do a religion check to see if you can identify the type of demigod he is.
Ooh, yeah. Let's try that.
I'll give you advantage because this is like some bullshit.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, now you know what? Hold on. I still have inspiration.
You do.
I have. It's
When-
a D10, I think, right?
It is.
Please. Fuck me. Come on.
I mean, it's not difficult with. Yeah, I mean, the DC is even lower because of the spell, so.
Okay.
Uh, demigod of Hermes.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. The rogue thing makes checks out.
Yeah.
It's in the blood. Literally
Yeah,
in the blood.
checks out.
In the sparkly, weird, immortal blood.
Yeah.
And the ichor, if you will.
Yes! I
Nice.
forgot the fucking word, but yes.
Yeah. Are you looking at anyone else?
Fuck yeah. I want to look at everybody, but I probably need to have some priorities. So hold on, let me check real quick who we have employed.
I'm gonna, meanwhile, just have a look around the bar to see if there's any, like, secret things around here.
Do I
Okay,
mean,
you're
how
looking
long
for
does it take?
illusions?
Like, illusions or secret doors, you know, hidden
Okay, you
things.
go look around, do me an investigation check with a band.
Okie dokie. Would you believe that I don't have proficiency in investigation?
I would.
You would, but would you, Britta?
I don't know. I mean, you could, but you give +8 anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so you find one illusion.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You see it's actually up towards where the magic door is and into the hallway that connects to the mage tower.
Ooh.
It's actually in the hallway. You see one of the panels is actually not like one of the parts of the wall is not actually like wood paneling.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go and check the shit out of that.
Okay. Do you have any thieves tools or something of that type?
I'm going to ask Alistair to help me check the shit out of that.
You don't know Alistair's a rogue.
Okay, I'm going to ask Sophia if she knows any rogues. That's
Funny you
not
should ask.
metagaming. It's only a little bit metagaming.
Funny you should ask. I just found out that Alistair is a rogue.
You do know though. Rogue refers here with your with a spell that you can use to see their classes. Refers to their skill set. doesn't necessarily mean they'll have tools for it.
Didn't you find some thieves' tools at some point?
Oh yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, I sure did. Hold on. I have so many notes. Yeah, we have thieves' tools.
Okay,
Yeah.
you hand those to Camilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to try it first?
Okay,
Okay.
Camilla,
Let's try
you wanna?
this.
I'll try it without
Camilla.
proficiency. What do I roll?
Oh, did you tell me that you saw
Yeah.
something there?
Yeah, you
Or are we
just
just-
roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her I found some kind of secret door.
Okay.
Nice.
And Sophia, you remember this place before you took ownership of it? Used to belong to the Thieves Guild.
Nice.
Oh shit!
I quickly-
Roll sleight of hand or just dexterity if you don't have sleight of hand proficiency.
I don't, so just dex. Oof!
Can I while Camilla's doing this? Oh, wow.
I'm way too high for this.
You
I
were
wanna
way too
try.
excited. You
I
were way
wanna
too excited.
try.
You didn't know what to do. Yeah, you can try.
I can try. Yeah, come on. Wow.
12. Yeah. You're not able to see exactly where it is because Camilla's the only one with true sight, but you definitely find something, and you think if you apply enough force, you're making a little opening with the thieves' tools, and you're able to get your fingers into it. It's just about that big. With enough force, you'll probably be able to pry it open.
Yeah, I want to try.
Okay, that'd be a strength check.
Strength check. Yeah.
She's strong.
No.
It's not great.
No, it's not great. Can I try again, or can I put in my weapon or something?
You're gonna
Nope,
hit it
Camilla
with
can
your
attempt.
fucking sword. Oh, can I actually? Let me just check. Yes, can I try knock on it?
No, because it's not a lock anymore, because you kind of pried it open, so now it's just a thing that's hanging on.
Okay.
Yes. So
Push it
it
again.
literally needs you to break it open.
I'm gonna try helping her push.
Okay, in that case, Camilla, do a strength check with advantage. Because it's the two of you, but Sophia already rolled.
Yeah.
Alright.
How
18.
did Camilla literally roll better? She's the weakest bitch.
Yeah, with the two of you basically making a lever with whatever you find. Eventually just like bringing Sophia's weapon as a fucking lever. You pop
Just
it
fucking
open.
shoving.
You actually see that it's a small panel. The outside is made of wood, which blended in with the rest of the illusion perfectly. The inside seems to be made of steel, and it goes crashing onto the hallway. And you'll go check inside. And what you found? Found some cool shit.
Hell yeah, we find some cool shit.
Fuck yeah. Time to open the party inventory. Click edit.
Yeah, I might
I
as well.
can't believe we looted our own bar.
Legends only.
I
See, and
know,
this is why you should just get high all the time.
right? Yeah.
Clearly.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
okay, so first thing you find, it's a set of leather armor.
Ooh, okay.
You see, it has a braided leather midsection to cover the abdomen. The pectorals are covered by a U-shaped crest of white and silver feathers. You see
Very
similar
sexy.
feathers can be found decorating the shoulders as well.
Mm-hmm.
On the back is a thick, dense leather pack that is covered with a thick coat of white feathers as well.
Ooh. White feathers, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Camila have identified?
No.
Okay. Okay.
What color's the leather armor?
It's a simple like brown leather in different tones to like basically make it look nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have all of the feather decorations, which are between silver and
Nice. Okay. Nice.
I really should take it identify next time I level up.
Yep, I'm
I mean-
actually gonna make a.
I mean, you can change a spell that you don't want anymore as well.
I think I can only change my spells when I level up.
Yeah, when you level up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So you can take a new high level one
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, no,
And also-
that's what I meant, yeah.
I'm making a stuff to identify list because we actually have a lot of stuff that we need to identify at this point. Because we found some rings last time.
Oh yeah, we need to identify that shit. I mean, we can also ask our mage.
We should have a mage now,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sophia, you find a beautiful, beautiful spear.
Ooh. What's it look like? Tell me more.
Okay, so it's about as tall as you are, and maybe blade. You can see that actually the blade itself is decorated with. It seems to be like, if you look close enough, it's like a. If you've ever seen like one of those carvings made in fantasy stories, where over a very small period you can see like a whole scene, and the scene you see is one person like being viewed from the back, and you see a rain of weapons on some undistinguishable enemies.
Cool.
Very sexy.
Now from there you see it has decorations of gold and bits of silver, and the whole shaft of the spear seems to be made of painted black wood.
Very sexy.
Nice. I kind of want it like for myself because sounds hot.
You can use it as a strength.
I might just snag me that.
I mean, I'm not gonna contest you for it. I don't have any use for a spear.
I mean, Camilla cannot use it for shit.
No.
Yeah.
Camilla does not know how to use a spear, probably.
That's alright.
No, spears are simple weapons. You can use it and have.
I
Stats
think
are
I
shit.
have proficiency. No, I don't have proficiency in simple weapons. I only have proficiency in daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs, and light crossbows.
Ah, never mind then. You're fucked.
Yeah, I can stab people, but that's it.
With
Is it
other
like-
things.
Is
With
it
other
like
things.
just normal spear then? Like if I were to add it to my inventory, is it just a normal spear?
You don't know what it is. Like I said, none of you have identified. So.
Okay, I'll put it. It's okay. I'll just put it
Also,
on the identifier
and
list.
also, you have to remember, Etienne now lives with you in the mage tower,
Yeah.
so you can ask her for it.
That's exactly why I'm making a list right now with all the shit we have to bring
She's
to her and
making
ask
a
her
list.
about.
She's checking it twice.
Exactly. Okay, the pretty spear we found. All right. What else?
Okay, you find a shield,
Ooh.
and you see that the shield is actually decorated with many symbols. Some of them which you recognize as symbols of elemental planes, water, fire, earth, and such. It's very nicely decorated, like not as neatly crafted as the spear or the leather armor itself, but it's very nice.
Very nice.
And
I'll put that on the.
and the rest of stuff you find is actually
Okay,
Well-
guys, I'm back. Sorry,
Okay,
that should be the last interruption of the night.
you find illegal documents.
Oh.
What do we find?
I'm sorry, I find illegal documents. What did I miss?
No, you're not
No,
here.
you're
We're looting our own bar.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
looting our own bar, because, that's just the kind of crazy people we are.
Okay, so actually, and Denise, you would know that the bar actually used to be a hideout, like a front for the Thieves Guild. They did some shit in there, mostly like passing along money to shady sources. They were
illegal
and they were
things.
found out and kicked out. Yeah.
Okay.
So we found documents then?
Yeah, you find a couple of things that, as you check the date, it dates back to a couple of years back. See a couple of names that you don't recognize, has to do with shipments of magic items, black markets. You see a lot of stuff going to Thebes, a lot of stuff going to Corinthus, and just a tiny bit of stuff going up to the north to Creo Aima.
We should
Okay,
totally
cool.
turn these in to the police.
And you see actually amongst the stuff that you find in there, there is something for the 3 items you found right now.
Mm-hmm.
The armor, it's listed as the Arakakra leathers.
Ooh. Oh, wait a second.
The Arakakra leathers are meant to be sent towards Barenthus.
Mm-hmm.
What you now know to know the name of the spear is the Blade Strike spear.
Wait, hold on. This is going too fast, and I don't know how to spell our cockra.
A-A-R-A
R-A.
K-O-C-R-A.
Okay. Arakakra. Thank you. I had everything right except I had 2 C's. So it's the Arakakra leather armor. Okay. Then what's the spear called?
Blade Strike spear.
Blade. I don't know how to fucking spell today. Blade strike spear. Uh-huh. Yes.
And the charged shield.
Ooh. Charged shield.
The Blade Strike spear was meant to be sent towards Thebes. And finally, the charged shield was meant to be shipped out to Creo Aima.
To what?
To Creo Aima. It's a city at the very north.
Okay.
Does it look like the police might be interested in these documents?
Like the police might be interested, you say?
Yeah, because they're like illegal and shit.
Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to our to-do list.
Okay, at this point I'd say, and Denise, you come back to the bar after a good run. Actually, with all of the sweat you've been expelling and everything, you can do another con save. This time with advantage to get rid of some effects.
Oh, but why would I want to do a con save? There's so much going on right now. Well, let's see how this goes.
Oh, 16. No.
Holy shit, that's probably the best I've done in years.
Okay, so.
It's disappointing.
So on, you still got the munchies, so should probably eat a second breakfast, you think, to yourself.
Fuck yeah. Am I still hasted?
You are no longer hasted.
Okay, so when the haste spell ends, you basically just fucking keel over. So I imagine
you actually don't. Yeah, you actually don't feel that.
Just fucking drops on a chair somewhere. Just hungry.
Yeah.
So hungry.
Yeah. You don't take a level of exhaustion. You do feel very hungry though.
Oh no, it's not a level of exhaustion that haste causes. Just that you go inactive for a turn because.
Oh yeah, level of exhaustion is for the caster. Never mind. And yep. So yeah, you drop like right in front of the tavern, and like after a couple minutes of okay, I'm good now, and you get up. You go up to where you've seen them go, and you see them actually checking going up the stairs of the tavern. You see that there's what you identify as some kind of magic door, typically for security's sake. Which you guess is probably like their rooms or something.
Okay.
You see them off in the hallway to the left, and they're checking a hole in the wall.
Kind of lumber up behind them. Lumber, not rush, because just kind of put my hands on either of their shoulders. Just okay. What did I miss?
We found a secret room.
Yeah, and there's stuff in here.
Well, it's more like a secret hall.
Okay, we found a secret hole. And there's got some super illegal stuff in here. We should probably take these documents to the police. or the guard or whatever, you
But,
know.
but what if? Okay, hold on a second. I mean, yes, but also I want to keep the stuff we found. And what if they start looking for the stuff that's in the document, and then they see us walking around with this like really cool spear, and then they arrest me because they think I'm a thief? When finder keeper, we found it on our property, so it's ours to have. But I don't know if the police will agree.
Um, that seems like
Hmm.
morally complex.
It does. Maybe we should talk about this when we're not high anymore.
Okay.
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 It's actually kind of creepy because you still see the shadow of this devil behind Sophia the whole time.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's pretty creepy.
Does Camilla look in any way spooked? So sure, kind of want to ask why.
Like she glances up like every now and then.
Camilla, what are you looking at?
Just your shadow.
Looking up.
But my shadow isn't above me. What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
Deception.
What?
Deception?
Yeah, the deception check because that was real bad. 13. Yeah, you can do an insight.
Yes. Just a sec, because I closed my. Fuck. Wait. There it is.
Ah.
Just enough, actually. You
I have
match.
a +7 to this. Oh, she has a +9. Never mind. Okay, I'm fine with this. Yeah.
Like, no, that's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, considering.
Right. Inside. I'm a proficient.
Oh, damn.
You can't
shit.
fool me.
We both see
she
your bullshit.
is-
I barely see your bullshit, but I see it anyway.
Yeah. You barely. You know there's bullshit involved, not just
There
what.
is bullshit in my haze of munchies, and I will not have it.
The mom censor, some censorship. Yeah. What does Camilla like let out with a 19 and a 13? 13 technically passes, but how much does it pass?
I guess sort of Andanis just knows that there's something up, and Sophia knows that I am probably not talking about her regular light shadow.
Okay.
What the fuck are you looking at?
You don't happen to have made any kind of like pacts with the devil or anything like that?
And any
What?
links?
Why are you asking that? Seems like a random question.
There's kind of a weird shadowy thing hanging on to you.
Great. Well, funny you should ask. I did make a pact with the devil.
And
But
then he
it's still, though.
sighs heavily and takes out her wine and starts drinking.
Chill. He's like my great grandpa or something. You know. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
You just see just a constrained smile with that.
I'm sure that's all very cool and good.
And then he's just downing a bottle of wine.
It'll be fine. It'll be
She's
fine.
late to her breakfast. This is her second breakfast, guys.
So,
Do you ever drink anything other than wine? Do you ever drink water? Aren't you constantly dehydrated?
I mean,
I'm
wine
capable of
isn't like
drinking
that
water,
high
but wine is
alcohol.
Nice. Wine is fairly heavy alcohol, but I've had enough of it to the point where it just kind of takes a bit.
Because wine always makes me thirsty, so I'm just wondering. You know,
I mean, wine does make me thirsty, but in
for
kind
more wine.
I mean, I guess it depends how strong
That's
your
fair.
wine is.
That's true.
That's pretty good. I am drinking the house wine right now.
How strong is our house wine?
I think it's not
decently
weak.
It's not
Yeah.
weak. It's not strong either. Like if I had to put a DC to it, it would be a 12.
Okay.
It's like not weak, not strong.
DC 12, you say?
Yeah.
That's over a 20 and a con save.
Wow.
I've lost the curse.
Yeah. So you just had to play with this. So yeah, no, you take another swig. You're fine.
Mm.
Barely even bust. Which, considering what you spent the last couple of days doing, probably need more buzz.
Mm. Hold on
Yeah.
a sec.
But yeah,
I'm gonna get another bottle of wine. Just see this.
okay. So yeah, that's all you find in the.
Okay.
Um.
Oh no, has my spell worn off? Was I too distracted by all the pretty things?
Uh,
Has it been
I'll
5
say-
minutes?
I'll say between you pulling out that stuff, you have maybe.
That's okay then.
You see Andanese.
Mm-hmm.
Andanese, you're able to tell from it's a purplish aura.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to tell monk. You're able to feel like you're able to see the key that monks use.
Nice.
It's very interesting because it seems like a separate energy from like all of the other stuff you see. It seems to come from within uh, instead of from around.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting because it's kind of like the way it's kind of distributed is probably a bit more bottom heavy. Like it's kind of around the legs and the hips, but not really too much on the upper end. It's not really
Yeah, which tells you more about like the techniques
how
and
to use it. Yeah,
yeah.
but it's still fucking strong. Big
so-
kick.
And you're also able to tell as you look at yourself, right, and you see a mixed aura between pure white and like dark red, as you see paladin and warlock,
Brad.
and then you see towards enemies the purplish aura. You see the bits coming off of it that give you the hellish feeling that you see from yourself. You can definitely see the tiefling heritage.
Yeah.
But different sort of tiefling heritage. Very different sort.
Yeah.
Don't know
Yeah.
if it would clarify from what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah, no, different, but you give off the same source, so to speak.
Mm.
The
It's
same
not like raging infernal demon. It's more kind of
Chill infernal demon.
mild sluttiness, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
She's just
manipulative, horrible people. Those are your sources.
yeah, stay with that rather than saltiness.
Yeah.
Somehow.
So, yeah, you have the spell for 1 more minute if you want to rush downstairs.
Yeah. I do.
Okay. You have a chance to go. Do me an athletics check to see how fast you go, and depending on how high it is, I'll tell you get
Okay.
25.
I've gone to get another bottle of wine.
Okay, you can
Nice.
choose. Yeah, you can choose 3 people.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, hold on. So, it's just logically. I'm guessing for Tad, I don't have to do it because I've known Tad my whole life, so I probably know about Tad already.
Yeah, you know everything about Tad.
Exactly.
Also, about his class, it's homebrew.
Yeah.
He's a cook.
Yes. I
Okay.
mean, because I'm like, okay, so I'm possibly wondering about Droven. Okay, hold on. I know Taylor's a druid. I don't need to. I think, right? Taylor's a
Already
druid,
looked at
right?
Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you already saw Taylor.
Exactly. I'm just going through the employees real quick.
The guards might be interesting.
Yeah, so I was thinking, possibly Koji and maybe Faith, and then I was thinking possibly Droven, just because I'm curious, because I love Droven.
I
But-
do love Draven.
I'm not sure though.
Okay, so
But
I mean, if you're
definitely
gonna
Faith and Koji. Hmm?
okay, if you're gonna check on the guards, you'll be able to see the three of them. Uh,
Okay.
so you'll be able to see Koji, Garion, and Faith at the same time.
Okay. All right.
Because they always hang out at sides, so they're not like an intimidating face or a distracting one.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, because you don't want your muscle like inside to spook customers.
No, definitely
Uh,
not.
Just outside
okay,
to spook
so
troublemakers.
okay, so yeah, you'll be able to see those three and one person from inside. So if you
Okay.
want one other person, you can do that.
Okay, hold on. Let me have a quick think. Especially because it doesn't say who's who, and I'm really bad with names, so I'm trying to remember who's which employee. Okay, hold on. I'm kind of curious about Yorska, maybe, or Bliss, or or Nedrin, kind of. Fuck. I'm gonna roll a d3.
Best way to make a decision.
Roll for it.
2. So that's gonna be Yorska.
Okay.
It was
So
1, 2,
yeah.
3.
So yeah, you try to run as fast as you can
Mhm.
down the stairs. You see Yorska on the counter cleaning a couple glasses.
Mhm.
First,
Hmm?
you see gray aura around her,
Mhm.
and considering she's a Goliath, makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, you feel like gives you like the impression of stone, very very hard and unmoving.
Mhm.
Second, uh, it's it's like a very strong yellow,
Mhm.
uh, and it feels like almost like pure rage.
Ooh.
Barbarian. You feel barbarian.
Ooh. Nice.
And third, level, same
Mhm.
level as you guys, level 7.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, and then you're like shit,
Nice.
and then you run outside and you see
Mhm.
Koji. You already knew about him, human. Doesn't tell you much about like all his abilities.
Mhm.
You're able to tell by like a dull, like light gray
Mhm.
fighter. You're able to tell fighter.
Mhm.
Uh, level level 9.
Oh wow.
He's
Whoa.
been train. He's been training. He's been training since you guys been gone.
Shit. Nice.
Strong boy.
Remember, he fought the dragon with you guys.
He
He
did.
is very
He was
strong.
strong. Mm.
Faith, you're able to tell a very similar vibes. The same, very similar to Andanese. You're able to
Mhm.
tell most of the aura is white, especially the key.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
yeah, it meshes with the skin and like tail and everything.
Nice.
Very sexy. of her.
You're able to tell the origin of tiefling. Yeah, you're
Mhm.
able to tell concerning the white color and
Mhm.
the feeling it gets you. Uh, bone devil.
Nice.
Very sexy of her.
Finally, you see Garion, dark-skinned human. You're a higher wizard.
Ooh.
Uh,
Nice.
able to tell first class wizard, completely wizard. Uh,
Mhm.
but unlike unlike the feeling that you get from other wizards, met
What was the level
Mhm.
of
his
Faith?
is faith level 8,
Mhm.
and you get a feeling of like intensity.
Ooh.
Uh, I'd say you can do a history check on that because you have studied in your time as a priestess.
Mhm.
History.
Oh.
Uh, you get the idea. War mage.
A war
Very sexy
mage.
of him.
Yeah, you get the idea of a war mage.
Nice.
Also tell he's human.
Mhm.
Level 9 as well.
Ooh.
Very sexy of her.
Nice. Very nice. I'm writing all this down in the pertinent information, by the way.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, and as soon as you check on them and they're looking at you, what's up? Your vision like fades away, like analytical skill that you suddenly acquired after consuming drugs.
Oh.
And yeah, that's your spell ending. Hey, good on you. You had my homebrewed 8th level spell on you.
Oh shit. Nice.
8th level spell.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
but
actually, yeah,
it only
considering the amount of
it all,
plot breaking that you'd have to spend on that.
Yeah.
yeah. No, literally, like you can see everyone's level, class, and like
I
race.
love that
Even-
spell so much.
Yeah, it's a level 8 spell that wizards, sorcerers, and it's a clerics as well can learn.
Ooh. So not me. Sad.
Unfortunately, now.
That's sad.
I could learn it
That was cool.
in a very long
You could
time.
learn it.
Yeah, like I don't show you all of the stuff that I made homebrew because you're not even close enough to high level to that. But yeah,
But
your
you put
vision
it in
fades
our
and they're
drugs,
just looking at you with.
which is very
Sorry,
cool
what?
of you. But you put it in our drugs.
No.
Yeah, normally you would be able to hold if it's a concentration for 1 hour, but it lasts 5 minutes for the drug.
That's very, very fair. I think everything else would probably be like super too much.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense for that to be an 8th level spell, considering the amount of game breaking shit you could do with that. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
who could this villain possibly be? Hold on. Okay, yeah, no, there we go. That's everything you need to know. Boom. Oh, I'm sorry, was that supposed to be a surprise? Oops.
Okay,
That's true.
so I guess did Conroy tell us when the knives would be ready?
I think tomorrow.
Yeah, they're there tomorrow.
Okay. So I want to go and get a tattoo.
Ooh.
A magic
Oh, yeah.
tattoo.
Hey, can I get a second magic tattoo while we're at it? That sounds fun. I haven't planned anything, but
You can get up to 4 total.
Let's
nice.
just
I'm
get
always
some
trying to get more
tattoos
ink,
together.
but I should do some research on what I want to get.
Fucking me IRL.
Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, Bunny. Bunny. It's a special homebrew ability that I decided to incorporate.
It's in the research.
There are some artisans that are able to imbue spells into a tattoo that a user can use. Of course, for a price, and it's only 1 use a day, and it does a bit of damage to the user, but you're able to cast a spell.
That is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, and I already have one. I think
Yeah,
I
you can have up to 4. I'll allow 4 maximum.
Is it up to you?
Alright.
Okay, well, I mean, are you guys telling me about this cool stuff, or are you just
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
at
it's like,
it?
yeah, I'm gonna go
You'd
get a
know
tattoo.
about it. You'd
I
know
about
about
this
it.
shit? Ah, okay.
It's in the lower crafting district.
Shit, man.
What level spell can we get again?
Up to level 3.
To level
That is the most the goblin tattoo artist can do.
Yeah, the current one.
Any is that any sort of like, you know, classes worth of spells, or
It's up to 3rd level spell of any class.
wow.
Yeah. I know, like he's a specialist, but he's no. Like he basically does a special transcription from a scroll onto your skin, which can be reused, but it hurts you a little bit.
Whew.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. You take like what, maybe like 3, 4, maybe
Yeah,
5
I
points of
think-
damage.
I think I take like 2 or something. So I have a tattoo that gives me hellish rebuke because despite being a tiefling, I don't have it.
That's just fun.
Because I gave up all my all my racial stuff, so I could get wings. So yeah.
All right, so you all want to go to the tattoo parlor, I guess it's called.
Yeah, let's get
Let's
matching
go-
tattoos.
I think that's the
Let's
word.
go get. Yeah, that's the word. Let's go get tattoos, but maybe not matching tattoos because we probably all
No,
want
but
different spells.
yeah.
Sweet, I'm coming
I
with
mean-
you guys.
I mean, they literally cannot be matching the twos because
I
he's literally unrestricted
know.
magic.
But we're getting them at the same time, so that's
I mean, unless
fun.
you,
This-
unless
this is
you're, I
up
mean,
to
unless you're
a-
getting the same spell
Right, and this is up to a level 3,
up to level
correct?
3
You can
class.
have
Yes.
as a spell.
Yep.
Inscribed into your skin. Like, was it be like once a day use or?
Yeah, once a day use. Yes. But of
That
course,
is awesome.
after the next, upon the next dawn, it'll have another charge that you can use again.
Okay. And how much damage would it do to use this?
It depends on the level of the. I am looking for the document. To put it.
Okay. Because I have a very good idea about what I could get, but like it's kind of the negative points of how much damage I would take doing it.
It's not gonna be much. I found it.
I sent the document.
Okay,
In the
well,
chat.
because
Yeah,
you've
found it.
given me this wonderful opportunity, I'm going to be a bitch, and I want counterspell.
Okay. Okay. So the amount of damage you take, it's equal to a spell's level times 2 plus 1.
Spells level times 2 plus 1.
So yeah, if you take a third level spell, it's gonna be spells levels. So third level times 2 is gonna be 6 plus 1, so it'd be 7 damage total for a third level.
Oh, that's
That's
like
pretty chill.
nothing, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I could make you all take a nap.
Taking 7 damage for a free counterspell while I'm not a mage is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to get it?
It depends on the spell and how much can you haggle. You want to try and haggle the goblin tattoo artist?
Don't haggle with your tattoo artists. Don't do that.
God, there's so many cool spells. How am I supposed to choose?
Well, I've already made my decision because I was planning on
Okay, so
this from a while
by this
ago.
point I would have had my second bottle of wine delivered to me, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I get advantage on any sort of like social checks as long as I'm drunk, so
Yeah. Hell yeah.
okay, I'm gonna do another con save first.
Yeah. Yeah. You can just chug.
Natural 1. Yes.
Ugh.
Yes.
Okay. Last one. You started
Can't believe
chugging
it's
just a
really
bit too
work
much.
to do like this.
Yeah, the bottle that you got is now gone. It's empty completely. You do you do 1d6 extra damage. Now as a monk.
Happy to have a natural 1 on the con save.
Oh
Uh,
god.
Yeah, you're drunk, all right.
I am fucking drunk and I'm gonna waltz into that tattoo parlor like, guys, I had the best fucking idea.
All right.
I've
Your
always
new
been
mom,
too nervous to do this, guys, but this is awesome.
your new mom friend is drunk.
I mean, she
That
is our
helps.
wine mum
Okay.
friend.
Right, so I get advantage on this. I'm gonna just kind of, I don't know how much the original price of this is though. So if I just kind of check first before I decide whether it's necessary or not for me to.
Okay. So, what school of magic is everyone choosing their spell from?
I haven't chosen the spell yet, so you guys go on ahead, please.
I've already
I'm
decided
choosing
mine, so
Counterspell,
Okay, counter spell.
which is a abjuration.
Okay, abjuration. It's made. Okay, you're gonna get a white tattoo made with the inks and the materials for it are gonna be made with powdered iron. So
Okay.
yeah, you're gonna have a white tattoo.
very
Which,
sexy.
considering that my skin is kind of a darkish blue, would actually show up quite nicely.
Mm.
Yeah, no, nice contrast.
I want it to be like a dragon on my arm. Like proper kung fu style, bitch.
Okay, so Camilla getting anything?
Yeah, this was my idea.
Are you gonna
in
get
the first place.
identified? Are you gonna get identified?
I mean, I probably should get an identify tattoo, but no, I'm gonna wait and learn that as a regular spell because I'll probably want to use it more than once a day.
Probably, yeah.
But no, I'm gonna get a find familiar tattoo.
Nice.
And
Okay.
I've made a design
Nice.
for what it looks like. So hold on, let me just scroll and find the image.
Sorry, a fine familiar tattoo is just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I want a cat so badly, I'm going to cause myself physical pain by summoning it.
Okay. I'm just gonna assume Fire and Familiar's Conjuration. Makes sense, right?
It's whichever one is green.
Yeah.
Yeah, conjuration.
That's Conjuration.
Sorry, I just spilt water all up my nose. And
It's made of
level
animal.
1.
It's made of animal fat.
Yeah, it's a level 1. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
makes sense. It's a level 1
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, awesome. But because of the spell requirements, you also need material.
I also need what? Sorry, you cut out.
The materials for it when you cast it. So
Okay.
you know
Well,
the
it's the incense
charcoal.
and yeah.
Yeah, the incense and the charcoal.
Yeah, I can get incense and charcoal.
Yeah, no, it's fucking Athens. Yeah, you can get it.
Yeah.
Considering you only need 10 gold worth of incense and charcoal, yeah.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
it's
that's my
easy.
spell
You
design.
could get several. You could get several of them to have them ready to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go out and buy some incense and charcoal stuff to
You
keep
need
on me.
all your incense. I need to loudly scream counterspell. There's like the only component is somatic, so I'd assume
Like,
you just
throw
scream counterspell.
Oh, somatic is a gesture.
Oh shit! Okay, never mind. That good.
I mean,
that's not good.
yeah, you can. You know what you can do with your somatic? It can be a finger. It's like fuck you and your spell, bastard. Say goodbye to the fireball. Okay, Britta, did you find anything you'd like?
Not yet. This is
God.
too spontaneous, and there's too many spells. There's so many
Just
spells,
live in the
David.
moment. Just live in the moment.
There's
Scroll
so
through.
many
Go on
spells.
to the compendium section. Just scroll through spells by level, and you will find.
A thing you like, yes.
That's exactly what I am. Like, I just chose everything up to and including level 3, and there are so many spells.
There are a lot of spells, yes.
Yes, I'm only clicking on like ones that sound
Okay.
cool because I don't know most spells. Is the issue.
Okay, do you want what kind of spell?
Mm,
Do you want something that does damage? Do you want something for utility?
yeah, I was thinking something I could actually use. Because I have enough damage stuff technically.
Okay, I mean, if you want like something up to level 3, I think you can get the tiny hut for if you want. Hey, I want to pop
Oh my
a
God,
magic.
tiny hut tattoo.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I want a place to sleep out in the wild.
I don't even sleep. I don't sleep.
That's true.
You don't
She doesn't
sleep?
No,
she-
Oh, right.
I don't.
so she's a warlock and she took a special invocation.
Oh, yeah, that's
Ma-
safe.
Yeah,
These
so I
are all- the perks of becoming a warlock. No sleeping anymore. That sounds great, except for the fact that what are you going to do during the night apart from stare into the abyss thinking, oh no, I made a mistake.
I read. I can read books and learn stuff. It's making me smarter. You know, it's a great plan.
I get
If there's this one feat where I can't be surprised, I think as well, and if I combine that with never sleeping, I can literally never be surprised ever. God, I just read Tensor's floating dick instead of floating disc. I need to get my glasses.
Oh my god.
It's like I want.
I
Britta's
want
like
the
I want
floating
the
dick.
floating dick spell.
Oh my days.
What the fuck did I just see?
Okay.
Good
so-
God.
Okay. Anything else? You're thinking of?
Ooh, summon lesser demons.
Oh my god.
That's not great if you're with the party because the demons are also hostile to you.
Ooh, yeah, that's not good.
Also you need to drain someone's blood to use as a material component.
I could just use my own.
You
Skyride?
can't drain
What the fuck
your
are these?
own
I don't even know what
blood.
this word.
Skyred literally writes something in the sky.
That's
It's a
wild.
messages.
It's a druid spell, yeah.
That's just
Ah.
literally like hiring someone to, do skywriting with an airplane.
Yeah, except it's free.
Yeah.
Nice. Shadow Blade. I don't want to see a picture. I want to see what the spell does. Ooh.
It's just the power of edge. It's just the power of edge. So much edginess. So much.
Yeah, it's literally you make a sword made of shadows and does like a fair amount of damage.
Yeah, it does 2d8 psychic damage on a hit. Nice. A
Yeah,
rope trick?
it's pretty edgy, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Ooh, resistant. I assume this would give me a resistance? Oh no, that's just saving throws, never mind. God, this is hard. There's so many spells. See, because I was thinking maybe I could pick something like talking to animals, but then I was, no, come on, I can do that. I don't have to do that, right?
I mean, Camilla. So I can tell you what spells I have at the moment, although that is subject to change on level up.
Eve has speak with animals because of
Oh,
her an item.
does.
Yeah,
Oh,
she has an
yeah,
item.
it's Eve. Yeah, that's right.
So I can cast Animal Friendship on snakes an unlimited number of times.
Nice.
So all
Yeah,
snakes,
and that's about it.
all
That's about
snakes
it,
can be
really.
my friends. And also I can do
Nice.
suggestion once a day, as part of my racial thing. I have polymorph. I have blink. I have fireball. I have blur. I have knock. I have Tensor's floating dick. I have healing words. I have my find familiar tattoo. I have featherfall. I have shield. I have magic missile. I have expeditious retreat. I have animal friendship for snakes. I have poison spray. Chill touch, firebolt, light, prestidigitation, ray of frost, mage hand, and shocking grasp.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
You got a lot of cantrips.
Yeah, because I get one from my race. I get however many from my class, and I also get like 3 from Hecate.
Yeah, so you get a bunch of them.
Yeah,
Cleo, stop doing that.
it's
Sorry.
almost like being a
No, you
wizard,
can't.
but you don't have to be
Yeah.
such a fucking nerd. You just have to be a bit religious.
Both work.
What the fuck
okay,
is
so,
Hunger of Hadar?
ooh, that's a fun one.
The void is filled with
It's-
whispers. What?
It's an area of control spell for warlocks.
Mm-hmm.
It basically makes an area which fucking sucks for whoever steps in it.
Oh. Hmm. Oh yeah, it's 2d6 cold damage on a turn, and then if you
And it's
start the turn.
Yeah, and it's difficult terrain, and also it's super huge. So
Ew.
like getting out of it is gonna take a.
Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed in a dex saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub
Oh
against
my god!
it. Ew.
That's definitely
It's
someone's
literally
kink.
Oh,
like
Hunger
bringing.
of Hadar. Yeah, that's
It's
Literally bringing
150 feet.
it's bringing the eldritch bullshit here. So your enemies can
It's
suffer.
literally hentai nightmare machine. It's just a hentai
I
nightmare machine.
Hentai
I
nightmare
kinda want
or
that.
hentai
Spell, but also a
dream?
fantastic spell. It's like,
I
hey,
kinda want
hey,
that.
do you like your enemies? Trap them in the void full of tentacles. That's great.
It is
Yeah,
literally
it's very-
a void
It's
of
huge.
tentacles.
It's the beard of Cthulhu tickling you.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh,
like, you know what,
fine.
something top
They're
like, oh my
literally
God,
blinded in it
oh,
as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're also blinded, so any attacks against that person have advantage. So
Holy shit.
Can
And
we
it's
see
fucking
in?
huge, and the thing is, if somebody starts and ends their turn in the
they
in the
take
thing,
damage. Yeah,
they take
Yeah, but
2d6
you have to
cold
remember
damage.
this does apply to your allies as well,
yeah. So
and it's a big AoE. That's
so-
why it's so strong.
yeah, so
It's
so
like
yeah,
fire-
don't cast it when your allies are there.
Yeah, I can just make. That's the thing. I can just tell everyone to go away, and then
Hold on, guys, you're about to see some weird shit.
Yeah, I kind of want that. I'm going up again, but if I don't see anything that I like more, I think I'm gonna get that
All right, sure thing.
because it's wild.
So all of you make your way towards the two parlor. Already got your ideas of what spells you want to take. You're like, and Denise, you're like, fuck every single caster in the world, honestly.
Even me?
Especially
Your
you.
daughter?
I mean, it's just like she's like just trusting along, like it's like, oh, these fucking paladins think they're so fucking special. Like I can do so much more, and I can kick people. I am gonna be great.
Yeah, so you're like going there with that spiteful demeanor.
She's kind of like doing like a weird kind of like. It's kind of like she's kind of walking in like a serpentine pattern just because she's swaying so much because she's so fucking wasted.
Nice.
It's
the worst
both-
time for her to
it's
run
both
into her
very-
ex,
it's both very-
seriously.
it seems very clumsy but very graceful. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
but it's because I'm practicing this shit. I know what I'm doing.
It's like I got years of experience. Takes another swig. Yeah. Eventually you arrive, and you get to the two parlor, Arcane Inks,
Nice.
and you open the door. There's a jiggle. There's a jiggle and the sound of a little bell going off as you go in. And
I think David is.
Sophia, you've
beeping
been
at
here
me.
before.
Yes, I have.
Like, and then you knew about this place, never went into it.
You know this place, but I was too nervous to go in, and now I have no inhibitions, and I am ready.
Like, fuck every single caster. They'll get it when it's coming to them. You say
I like
that,
how-
Remember that one time, that one singular time, where a spell caused you minor inconvenience? Yeah, fuck that guy.
Like this guy and his fucking thaumaturgy during his performances in the
Fuck you
bar,
and your whole
motherfucker.
person spell. You stole the last fucking bagel, and I was pregnant.
Yeah, all of that is rushing back.
I like how
Way
at the beginning of the day.
I mean, at this point, it's no longer.
At the
It's right
beginning of the
after
day, she
you
was
because
not
of all the
into
shit
our
you've been doing.
bullshit. Now she is very into our bullshit.
Oh no. Cleo, what are you doing? Oh
Things
Jesus.
your way, and that required heavy doses of drugs.
And drinking.
Yeah, extreme excessive use of drinks, and taking basically fey acid.
Basically. So, eventually you'll stray your stretch your way inside. You'll see. There's there's a whole like tattoo artist setup. There's a chair. There's a couple places to sit down. What you're guessing is probably like some kind of music box or something. And you will see, first of all, a mohawk peeking from behind a counter.
Oh my god, the goblin has a mohawk.
And then going up, wearing a vest and like a couple of simple underclothes, like dress shirt. You see a goblin. Yes.
Hi.
Hey.
You do the magical tattoos?
He looks around. Just a bit.
Great. I have one that I was hoping to get tattooed. And she pulls out a piece of paper with the design that I sent drawn on it. Because, of course she did. And
frantically doodling her version of this goes on. With the best dexterity you can when you're fucking shit-faced.
Are you, legally allowed to spell tattoo drunk people? Because I think it's a bit iffy even with a regular
they pay
tattoo.
enough money and they're totally in for it, and all I have to do is flash my Dionysus badge, it's fine. This is normal.
I mean, there's probably a
It's okay,
there's probably a contract involving you cannot do this under and put me under any legal action, basically. Like,
You
hey,
can't
whatever
say
you do
anything
with
this is
whatever
your
you do with
shit
this magic, whatever you do with this magic is your own.
So, I wanted to get the Find Familiar spell tattooed.
Right. So you pass it over. Okay. Doesn't say much of anything, just grumbles a bit and gobbles.
I can provide the
goblin.
blood if you need it.
And just waves you away. Okay, so he puts it to the side, makes a couple notes, puts it in front of a little desk, and then goes over towards the rest of you. Okay, what about you?
I have the best idea.
Okay.
Okay, so same thing, magical tattoo, but
Okay.
counterspell on my arms, maybe, so I can just kind of, I guess, you know, when like someone's casting a spell, you just don't want it to happen, and you just throw up your arms like, nope. I just want to do like there's like a dragon there, maybe. And she just holds up this doodle you can assume must be her interpretation of a dragon currently.
Please doodle this for us
Okay.
and send it in the Discord.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Everyone has to draw
Okay.
their tattoo
I've
and
never
send
actually
it in the
worked with dragons
Discord.
before, so yeah, this will be good. Hold on.
All right.
I was drawing an NPC in my campaign, but it's okay, I can just quickly...
Maybe draw it with your left hand.
Imagine you were drunk the whole time you were doing this. Okay. So yeah, you're doing that in the meantime.
Yes, I'm just checking what color it is real quick. Hold on. It's a conjuration. That's why I clicked on it. Sorry, that was an accident.
Okay.
It is
Conjuration
green
is
and sexy.
yeah, conjuration is green as well.
Green. Okay, that's gonna look really
You're gonna look
cool
like a Christmas
on my red
decoration.
skin. Fuck. Oh man, fuck.
Christmas themed. Christmas themed.
The hunger of a dawn.
Yeah.
Christmas
Oh my
theme.
God.
Tentacles. Oh my god, the component is a pickled octopus tentacle. Disgusting.
All right. Okay. So. Okay. So. Hunger of hot dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think I have all of these in the back. Okay. So. Okay, just stay there for a bit. This is gonna take. Have all of you take a little rest on the side. And you see him like bringing in over to a little workstation to the side. You see that he has what looks like different components for making ink, and you see him bring out like a bunch of animal fat. Seems like one is for one. Actually, see, it's not very big. Like it's basically like a bowl, a container of animal fats. Like he can hold it in his hands. Then he has to bring a fucking bucket for Sophia's because yours is higher level.
Oopsie.
So yeah, he's gonna spend like the next like a fair amount of time just setting up and making the inks for what you wanted. Okay.
I'm so mad it's green because I actually had a nice idea for what it could look like, but it's green, so that doesn't work.
It can be different shades of green. It doesn't need to be festive
Yeah.
Christmas and
I know.
yeah. After that, Camilla.
Yes.
Okay, so he calls out, Snake Girl,
Yes.
you're up. You're up.
Cool. Okay. I'll go and sit on the chair. And I sort of offer him my left bicep.
Okay, so he did a couple modifications to the design you gave him,
Oh yeah?
and yeah, nothing big. But you see that every single like symbol inside of the tattoo has runes throughout it,
Ooh,
almost like
very
making a
sexy.
texture out of runes.
Very sexy.
Yeah, so like checking it, like if you've ever seen like the pattern scales real close,
Mm.
you know how it's like that kind of a pattern, very entrancing if you look at it like over a long period, like over a long sight.
Yeah.
It's similar to that, but with different types. So he'll do that for the next hour, and
Cool.
it hurts. It hurts for a bit.
I have good
as it-
constitution.
Well, it's being burnt into your skin, so
Yeah.
Alright, are you guys ready to see my fucking masterpiece?
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been purposefully burnt, but I've gotten tattoos. It's not that bad. And I've been unpurposefully burnt because I'm a very clumsy chef.
You're like, I got fucking like I can drop.
I think I found something, but I don't know how to send it on Discord. Can I just send it on Twitter?
Okay, it's ready. Check the art channel.
Just do a you put it in our channel.
But I
Oh
can't
my
open it right
god!
now. Oh,
That seems about right.
That's amazing.
That's the sketch I presented to the goblin, like, I have the best idea!
Yeah, he just takes it without even like blinking. Like, okay,
Oh.
sure, I can
Do you
work
want
with
the fuck
this.
you mages on there too?
It's just to clarify what it does. But, I mean,
I can
if
I
if
can
you
write I can write it in.
notice that the word raw is also
I can
just
write it in. I can write it in Inferno for you if you want.
hell yeah.
Art channel?
It's in the art channel in the server.
I love it. I love it. I can't
Okay,
send
so-
mine on Discord, sadly.
Okay, so, I mean, do a screenshot of it and then send it. Do a screenshot and then send that.
No, because the issue is that I have it on my laptop, but I don't have Discord on my laptop. I only have Discord on my phone.
Send it
Okay,
to
put it-
yourself
yeah,
in
send it
Twitter,
to Twitter.
and then send it. Or I can just send it from the Twitter chat.
Alright.
Okay,
You're
so,
fine.
so yeah, and then he's after Camilla gets gets thrown back over to the waiting area essentially. You go in, you go through the same process. This time using the powder iron instead of the animal fat.
It should
the
hurt,
white,
but I am numb right now.
yeah, the white ink comes upon in, starts putting it on you, and using your terrible doodle as a base.
But
he
here's the
came
thing:
up,
is it going to be a perfect recreation of the terrible doodle, or is it going to be what I had in mind actually, not what my hands can produce?
he's
It
gonna make
depends on
what
the
you proposed, but
artist.
not terrible. He's
Okay.
gonna make
Because
Okay,
I've
so
had
yeah,
it's
because-
still
artists.
a cool tattoo, but it does actually have the words "fuck you, mages" written in Infernal somewhere along the line.
Yeah, so basically, because you put the dragon there, what he's doing is basically using like a certain angle of your as the maw of a dragon, so it's stylized to look like if you've ever seen in Greek art in the vases and everything, like imagine that kind of style for a giant maw,
That is awesome.
and out it's coming your arm, and you see in between all of the runes that are all textured there, just like with a snake and just like in the snake in Camilla's tattoo. In one point, the runes stop, and you'll just read, "Fuck you, mages." in
But it's in
Infernal.
Infernal, so the untrained eye will just think, "Oh, that's some cool signatures stuff."
Wait a minute. Like, wait a
But the funny
minute.
thing is that now I imagine because of the particular way I've drawn it, she has to flex to do the counter spells. It's just like you were literally flexing on them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's your somatic component. You gotta flex. But yeah, he finishes the tattoo, burns it onto your skin, but your fire resistance, you barely feel it. Also, your butt
Why
as
is the
fuck.
metal music playing?
It's
Why
always
is
there.
the-
It's always there.
This is...
The music
Oh my
has
God.
stopped for me. I don't want to refresh because it messes things up.
So yeah, you the process ends a little while, and you get sent to the waiting area. And next comes Sophia.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I sent the picture to the Discord, but however, obviously leaves wouldn't fit here, and I don't want to say I want tentacles tattooed,
But
but
It would look pretty fucking cool.
exactly. But I didn't want to Google tentacle tattoo because I'm pretty sure there's things out there I don't want to see. So
Probably.
We can get the
Kind of
basic
like-
idea. You don't have
no,
to.
kind of-
You don't have to Google tentacle tattoos.
exactly, so kind of like this, but instead of foot, like the wrist, maybe like the left wrist, and then Because it
Instead
also
of
looks like,
vines, it's
you know, like
tentacles.
wrapped around, but not like a
Okay.
disgusting tentacle, but like a tasteful tentacle.
Okay, so
Okay,
you,
it's a
so you,
tasteful
so you give your
tentacle.
idea. So you give your idea to a goblin tattoo artist. He's like, okay, sure.
It's like, fuck yeah, this is a kink thing, isn't it?
And he'll start work. Yeah, and he'll start working on the on the inks for a little while longer. Then,
If you guys want to see like a
yeah, he.
sort of technically style tattoo, this is what my brother has on his arm.
Interesting.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. That's cool.
Yeah, so my brother has that. If you want to think about that.
So brother's tentacle tattooed, but like cool tentacle. See, this is
Does
what
your
I mean
brother
when I
have
said
a tentacle
tasteful
fetish?
tentacle. I don't think that's a question anyone wants to get asked, probably.
Okay, so well, what happens next as you and you're still kind of happy through the use of otherworldly narcotic substances. Through the haze, you don't feel it all that much. Also, you're fire resistant, so that doesn't do much damage to you. But at the end of that, just like in the first one, in the one about the leaves that you showed me, you see seems like tendrils going around your limb. But they're made to look like how this called? Actually reminds you of the fire whip that you remember seeing Baylor's use.
Yeah. I
Almost
still
like you
want
have
that one.
almost like you have a fire whip wrapped around your leg.
Nice.
Very sexy.
I want
He,
fire whip.
he seems to take artistic.
He's, you know what, considering how high we are and how, you know, questionable these ideas are, I feel like that's a pretty smart thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, he would have done it whether you were whether you were
Trying to
high or
save
not.
you from the inevitable oh shit when you have to.
I mean, Camilla planned hers when she was sober, so.
It's true.
Okay. Okay, now that's done. So payment for each. Okay, what level were each spell for each of you?
Mine was first level.
Okay.
Mine was third.
Okay. Okay, so for Camilla, it's gonna be 120.
Cool.
And Denise and Sophia, it's gonna be 350.
Alright.
I'm gonna try and get it for 320 because I am drunk. I'm rolling with advantage. What are
And
the
you
shots?
think that haggling with a
I
tattoo
avoid
artist
the
is-
natural one. 13.
You definitely avoided the natural one.
Yeah, a natural one would have been terrible for me considering I'm getting a fucking tattoo.
Okay, you
I
got
mean,
a
at least you
13 in that
waited
case.
until after you got the tattoo.
Okay, so
Hello.
Hey! You sound very
Okay,
far
so-
away.
okay, so he has plus 4 to his insight. And he rolled a 13, so he beat you.
Oh.
So you're like,
Oh.
make it 320, like with between pauses, like no, full payment right now.
I just grin like, yeah, that's completely fair. I
Yeah,
can't
it
help
is.
myself.
It is. Okay, he takes the money. Like,
Okay.
okay, now you can go. Like, he waves all of you away from his shop.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get my calculator because I am one of those
Okay,
gays
sure
who can't do
thing.
math. How much did you say? 350?
Yeah, 350 total.
That's my sheet. a spell tat. Other description. Fuck you, mages.
That's accurate.
Okay.
Alright, so you come out of the tattoo parlor with shiny new tattoos, which are still kind of tender.
Oh my god, I just realized I also have Arms of Hadar. I have multiple tentacle spells now. Great.
Oh, Becca died again.
Oof.
Oh no.
Yep, so you finish up with that easily enough. And you're still drunk and still high, just a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, so you spent several hours in there, so now it's approaching. Now it's almost close to evening.
Was there anything else you wanted to go shopping for?
Hold on. Let's look at our to-do list. So we definitely wanted to talk to Iti at home
Oh
and
yeah,
ask her
let's talk
to identify
to
some
Itia.
things for us.
Yeah, let's go talk to Itia.
Okay.
Okay, so you're heading back home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Denise. You follow them back home.
Okay.
Like, you're so happy thinking about how you collection all the maids.
What is that bubbling noise? Sounds like me trying to speak Aquan last week.
I'm not sure, actually. Yep, so, you all make your way back to the tavern. Everything seems to be in order. People have come and started drinking now.
Woo!
Yeah, so your people are here. Yeah, your people are
I
here.
can just start again.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I'm
can.
still not off the previous high.
Yeah, you never stopped, really.
I never stopped drinking since early morning.
Yeah, that true dedication for a follower, really.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
I mean, I'm a level 7 follower of Dionysus. I don't calm down when it comes to this sort of thing. I just need a bit of a push. It happens to be, Jesus fucking Christ, you guys are crazy too. Yeah, I understand exactly what you guys are all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peer pressure got to you.
It wasn't really peer pressure, it was more like,
you didn't really need
Fuck it.
much peer pressure.
it was literally just the power of fuck it.
Like,
Fuck it.
fuck it. What is that?
What is what?
Just heard, like, drinking and gulping. Is it Rebecca?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Rebecca!
Oh, it's you!
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
back.
Becca!
The thing is, the internet's really bad, like out in the forest.
Why are
Also, it's
you
very
in
dark.
the forest?
No reason.
Why do you have to be so mysterious and weird?
Except my brand.
It's a Swedish thing.
Yeah, also just because the truth is pretty boring.
Okay, that's fair. We
So
just
that's
all
like-
got high and got tattoos.
Oh wait, get tattoos without me.
I'm
They're magical.
sorry.
I mean, if you want to look in the art chat, you will see exactly what I conveyed to the.
Is it the dragon one we
Artist.
discussed, or is it something else?
Yes.
Oh, you-
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
damn.
counterspell. It's a counterspell.
Oh, nice.
I got it.
So yeah, it's just kind of like
David, what time is it in the afternoon? Did I sleep in? Not again. Oh god.
It's
They
like
want
the
to
evening.
They want to retroactively do something.
I'm gonna say I slept in.
Okay,
You slept all
Because
day.
that's...
sure
Yeah.
thing. That's fine. Okay, so you slept in, tired because shit happened, and
Yeah.
yeah, everyone else got high, had breakfast, and then went.
Oh wait, you got... Did you take the oil without me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They did.
and it was the
Yeah.
last oil.
But the
missed
plants
so
are
much.
growing. The
Sorry.
plants are growing
It was-
nicely.
It was considerably less Mimi than.
Alright, well, I'm late for the party, I feel.
Mhm.
Where you all at?
Yeah.
I'm
they're
gonna
coming,
go out
they're
down
coming,
and have
they're
some
coming
breakfast.
back. Yeah, they're coming back from the tattoo parlor, and it's almost evening, so you can have dinner.
I've been drunk all day. I've been either high or drunk all day.
I mean, both at the same
Daydreaming.
time, really.
I'll drink into that. Cheers.
So, Miro wakes up.
What time is
You come out of your room, and first thing you see, you never knew there was a hole in the wall on the hallway right outside your room.
I ain't paying for that.
Okay, you take a peek. There's nothing in the hole.
Alright.
Looks like it was moved just recently.
Interesting, like, what shape is the hole? Is it, like, person-shaped?
No, it's a square. It was made very purposefully, probably to hide something.
But if it doesn't, like, making a hole show something instead of hiding it.
It seems to have been made before, and yeah.
So, wait, there's a hidden compartment here.
Yeah,
There's nothing in the hidden compartment then.
not anymore.
And it's no longer hidden
Huh.
because me
Ah,
and
so-
Britta broke it open forcefully.
Alright, so there was something here. That's interesting.
Yep.
I
At one
shall
point.
have some breakfast.
Okay, you go down. It's dinner time, so you'll get dinner.
I want breakfast.
Well, you'll start arguing with
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking argue, you know.
start arguing with Tad, and well, he's your friends,
Tad, where the fuck are my eggs, Tad?
foster dad. Like, shut the fuck up! I decide what I cook.
I need my eggs, man, to start the day off right.
The day is ending.
It's just starting. The part that never stops. Oh, God, what people gonna do this night?
The good old argument of is breakfast when you wake up or is breakfast in the morning?
Clearly, it's when you wake up.
It's always morning
Otherwise-
somewhere in
Breakfast
the
is
world.
whatever you want it
in my
to be.
life.
Time is an illusion. Breakfast time doubly so.
Yeah.
Not according to Tad, so deal with that.
Okay.
But
I'm cutting
uh,
yeah. I think
you are there arguing with Tad, and everyone in the group who went out to get tattoos comes back to see Mira arguing with Tad over breakfast.
Sounds about right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Mirror.
Morning.
Where y'all been at?
We just went to get
What,
some
like,
tattoos.
This early in the morning without me?
I mean, you were asleep, so.
It's 6 p.m.
I've woken up at 6 p.m. before. Like,
You're so
From a
valid.
night sleep.
Alright, fair enough. Whatever, yeah, in the morning.
Wow, this roboting.
oh yeah,
something
Becca,
fierce.
you roboting bad.
In the
The woods are not great for you.
morning.
It's like Terminator kind of robot.
Yeah, it's really intense.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't understand this PAM stuff. It's 6 in the morning, okay?
PAM. So Pam? Who the fuck is Pam?
Okay, so yeah, all of you arrive at finally. You
It's like
all
in the
get
middle
settled.
of the night. Not a lot of clouds, though. I can see some stars. It's kind of nice. But
Mm.
it'll get better in a minute or so.
Okay, so yeah, so eventually Tad relents. Okay, have your fucking eggs.
Does Tad say fuck?
Yes.
Yeah. Of course Dad says fuck. Look at him.
I didn't ask, does Tad fuck?
His daughter is over 18.
I don't want to know that.
Yeah, his daughter is not a child anymore.
Becca, sweetie, your internet's like really bad.
Okay, so
I think Becca
for-
died in the forest. Oh no.
Oh
Oh,
She
no.
died mysteriously in the forest, just as she lived.
So,
That's how she would have wanted it.
yes, all of you, yes, all of you are now in the tower. Tad has gone ahead and is preparing dinner, both for your customers and for yourselves. So you're going out of your high at this point. It lasted a good long while.
Mhm.
Uh, and Denise, you're no longer under the influence of anything, but to make say
Wait,
how
what was
you
that?
handle the. I need you to do me another last concept to see how you handle coming out of the high end and the alcohol.
Okay, so this is a constitution save to avoid a bad effects. I think we know
Yeah,
how
but
this goes.
just the alcohol
21!
effects.
Holy shit. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so you're not gonna be nauseous, feeling sick or anything. So you're gonna be fine.
So that's fine then.
Yeah. So yeah, all of you go ahead and get dinner.
Yeah. Dinner time.
Do we get to choose our dinner, or do we just get a random dinner assigned by Tad?
Dinner
give me a second.
assigned at Tad.
Dinner assigned by Tad. That's like Mira arguing with Tad over whether it's breakfast or not. Dinner assigned by Tad.
Yeah. Assigned dinner by Tad.
Okay. Now all of you get dinner, whatever you. Tad will say his best.
Oh, Tad. Bless you, Tad.
Every time Tad's there, I just have the vine stuck in my head that's like, "You're my dad! Woogie, woogie, woogie!"
God.
What?
It's like the halfling who took care of a tiefling.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Tad prepares a good dinner for everyone, man. All of you. Okay, Rebecca has risen from the dead once more.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose internet in a bit. Yes, like I know there's really bad internet spot right around the corner. But what about my eggs, man?
Yeah, you got your eggs.
Awesome, thanks. I will eat my eggs. Stay upright.
Start the day right as the sun's already going down.
I mean, that's just Miro / Becca for you.
That's what we're all doing. Going up, that just means it's going up. Listen, somewhere else. Forget it. People about the attitude. So, what are we all doing today?
We wanted to go talk to Itia to identify some objects for us, because none of us has identified. So we have a lot of shit and we don't know what that shit is.
Okay, so are you gonna go? Are you gonna go up to the mage tower?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And get the stuff identified?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I made a list.
Oh, alright. So, after dinner, you go up and hey, you got a bunch of illegal items. Well, illegal in the sense that they were up to be sent to the black market, not because anything
Stolen
was
items,
Getting
maybe.
identified.
Yeah, but whoever the owner was, they're probably dead. So,
Plus, we
hey,
found them on our property, so it's clearly fine.
yeah, debatable, but who
I
knows?
don't know how the law works, to be fair.
This is outside of the common cases of the law, anyway. But yeah, you go and you knock on the door towards the mage tower, and a couple of moments after that, and then he's actually you see a red-headed human girl, seems to be in early 20s. Wearing wearing some simple clothes, no armor whatsoever. And she is actually wearing reading glasses.
Okay.
Hello.
Have I
Okay.
been approached?
I mean, looking at everyone, she's new to you, so you've never seen her before. Yeah. So, um, do you need anything?
Yes. We have a couple of items that we found over the past time. We're not quite sure what they are. They seem to be magical, so we were hoping maybe you could help us identify them.
Uh, sure. That shouldn't take long. Step inside. She lets you in.
Mhm.
Uh, you see it's a fairly big, uh, like seems like study area. You see there's a couch inside and a couple other like places to hold up things. There's a desk and another desk next to that, and another desk extension. It's quite big. You can see it's full of books. Uh, you can see a couple of components for spells, surely.
Mhm.
Uh, and seems like she has. You look upon them, and do any of you have proficiency with herbalist kits or
I do.
alchemists? Okay.
With
You'll be
what?
you'll be able to identify what she has in a couple of like crates on the ground.
I have a herbalism kit with me right now as well as a proficiency.
Okay.
So
Okay, so yeah, you'll be able to identify. She has a, quite a few materials for making healing potions.
okay.
Good.
Yeah, so probably something that she will get to work on eventually. And other than that, you see stuff that only Camilla recognizes as part of spell components and
Nice.
stuff like that. Uh, yeah. Okay, so you put all of the items in the desks around, and she'll start ritual casting identify. Okay, so first the armor. Uh, you see this leather armor with all of the decoration of feathers. Strange leather connects to the back, uh, almost like a coat. There's also decorated with white feathers. Okay, it tells you Ara Kalkar leathers. It's a type of armor, requires attunement.
Mhm.
While wearing this armor, you have a +1 bonus to AC. And the wearer of this armor can unfurl the leather pack on the back into a pair of white and silver wings with a wingspan of 16 feet.
Oh
You can
wow.
fly. You can fly at a speed of 60 feet per round for up to 1 hour, retracting and deploying your wings with a bonus action. Once you run out of time, you must wait 3 long rests before they can be used again. And the backpack
Oh,
is leather. While the wings are recharging, the leathery pack will slowly become feathery again until it is back to the way it was.
I can't hear you anymore. There's too much background noise.
I'm back with the.
Okay.
I didn't
Sorry.
hear the last part at all.
Okay, where did I cut?
I mean, you didn't cut off. It just sounded like there was music in the background and typing, and I couldn't hear a single word. The last thing I heard, I think, was
Oh fuck! I forgot to spill noodles on my character sheet.
Of course you did.
Okay,
I
so
actually can't remember. Definitely heard that it takes 3 long rests.
okay, everyone, be quiet, and I'll finish up the description. Uh, yeah, once you run out of time, you must wait 3 long rests before they can be used again. And the backpack is simply a smooth leather in the meanwhile. While the wings are recharging, the leather pack will slowly become feathery again until it's back to the way it was. Upon examination, the wings appear to be natural and biological, and act as additional appendages to those attuned.
Ooh.
that is some fucking cool shit.
That is the Arakroka leathers. That is the armor you found.
Mm-hmm.
Next one was the Blade Strike Spear, correct?
Yes.
Blade Strike Spear. Weapon, spear, requires attunement as well. The spear increases your battle prowess whenever you are injured. If your hit points are less than half of your maximum, whenever your natural attack roll is 15 or higher, all creatures in a 20 by 5-foot area behind your target take 3d8 damage from a rain of various ghostly weaponry.
What the fuck? Okay, that was too much for me to be able to write it down, but what the fuck? Can you copy us the description later or something?
Sure.
That'd be. Ooh, I want
don't worry.
this.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm just giving it this to you boys. I'll copy them in Discord later. And finally, the last item I gave you, what was it?
The charge
shield. Okay. Charge shield. Here it is. The charge shield. It's a type of armor, and it does not require attunement. While you hold this shield, you have resistance against all types of damage until after you take damage for the first time once a day. So whatever is the first thing to hit you on any day, you'll have resistance against.
Ooh.
Yeah. So now I'll copy the items to the Discord so you can copy them in your stuff.
Oof. I'll have to type it up, but yes.
Are you also going to get the rings identified?
Yeah, the rings, and we have a possibly magical lock apparently, so that one too.
Oh yeah, I also have a glowy trident.
Nice. I really want the spear, if that's okay with people.
Yes, I have no use for a spear.
It's too big for me.
And you get...
Excellent!
You get...
And Aphris isn't here.
You get dibs because Geese have
She has her
off.
own weapon.
Yeah, so do I, but I still want it.
Yeah, that's super valid.
I have my Kinslayer, but I still fucking want it. Because it's cool.
That's fair.
Fucking nice.
Very cool.
Ugh, looting your own bar is so satisfying.
Right? I
Right?
apologize
There's a description
for my
of all.
death.
There's a description of all 3 items.
Thank you. I can't actually copy paste them. Can someone who has Discord on their computer copy paste them into the bag of holding?
Yes.
Thank you. Because the items are already in the bag of holding. They're under weapons and armor. But I can't copy paste anything.
Yes.
Okay, so I actually have the rings on my Dungeon Master's Guide, so let me get that.
Ooh, nice. Do you still remember which ones you had? Because I wrote them down if not.
Yeah, give me the descriptions.
Okay. One looks like a feather wrapped around your finger.
Okay.
One has a hummingbird on it.
Okay. Well, give me a second. First, the ring looks like a feather. Ring of feather falling.
Okay. Figured as much.
The one that looks like it has a hummingbird on it. Ring of evasion.
Oh, okay. Wait, ring of feather falling. Ring of evasion. And then there's one that has a gem inlaid with little veins going from it that look like a brain.
Okay, yeah, that one's Tombrew. And the last one she identifies as Ring of Ultimate Insight.
Ooh, okay.
And, okay, Feather Falling, I think it's pretty obvious what it does. And Evasion lets you succeed if you fail a type of saving throw.
Okay,
I think
cool.
it's dexterity specifically, but I'm not sure.
Like once a day or always? I don't know how these work.
They have charges. They're actually in the companion.
Oh, okay, cool.
Finally, Ring of Ultimate Insight.
Mm-hmm.
Once per day, you can
Mhm.
try and uncover something from someone. That is to say, if you're looking at someone and you activate the ring, you can try and extract things about them. For example, what are their weaknesses? What are
Okay, cool.
strengths? Like how much health do they have? How hard is it to hit them? What are they hiding? Things like that. You can do it
That's
once a day.
cool. That's cool. Nice.
Yep. So those are you identified 6 magic items. Anything else?
Yes, I wrote down in the inventory a lock, possibly magical. That's all I wrote down.
Do you mean lock like as an actual lock?
Yeah, like an actual lock that's possibly magical.
Okay.
I think we found it in the last dungeon, but I'm not sure because I didn't write down more information because I'm a stupid bitch.
Did we find
Okay.
it in the one where Sarah died?
Did we have we had it for that long?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, might be. I don't know.
I've just edited the inventory to copy across the Aarakocra levers and everything description.
Yes, thank you.
Yep. So.
I'll add the rings in a bit.
Yep. So. From there, you had the trident as well, right?
I have a glowy trident that I found. I can't remember how I found it.
You got it from the Barkov.
Oh yes. Did I?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
He got you Trident of Fish Command.
Oh, cool.
Basically, it lets you cast Dominate Beast on underwater creatures.
Oh yeah.
You have 3 charges.
That's nice.
That's pretty sexy. I won't use it to stab anyone, but I might use it to dominate some fish.
I mean, if you wanna ride from a giant shark again.
Yeah, this time in a sort of more happy circumstance.
Yep. So yeah, Itia identifies everything.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's all we had to identify.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if I told, but as far as the rules of attunement, instead of 3 items, I allow everyone to have up 4 magical items attuned to them at a time.
Ooh, nice. I actually don't even know how many I have.
Your ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, your ring is 1.
Yes, that's what I figured as well. And then I have the amulet.
Yeah, and the amulet is also attunement.
Yeah.
So that's 2.
Should be 2. Okay. That's good. Because then I definitely want the spear.
Yeah, your other weapons are not attuned based. Which also means anyone else can use it, so that's the downside to not being attuned.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna. So, how long does attunement take?
It's overnight. Like,
okay, cool.
Yeah, you sleep with a thing on you. It'll attune.
Nice. Well, I'm grabbing my spear. Oh, how much does a spear do? Like, does it do normal spear damage?
It's like a normal spear, but like...
with the extra stuff. Okay, but I can just drag a normal spear into my inventory.
Yeah, but it does count as a magical item.
It does. Is it a +1 or?
No. It magical it goes through resistance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
Goes through like natural resistances to non-magical weapons.
Okay. Items spear.
So what were the rings again?
Feather falling, evasion, and I give a ring of evasion to the monk personally because that suits them super fine.
Yeah, reinvention for a monk is
It's pretty great.
yes, please. That'd be great.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
like evasion's pretty badass.
actually, I mean, I've already got evasion, but like having the ring would that make me like super awesome evasion?
Yeah, and like, yeah, you're gonna go like fucking ultra.
I mean, it would just.
Sweet. So I take like a quarter damage.
Oh no, like because you have evasion pass, you don't take any damage. And with the ring of evasion, if you fail a save, you instead can choose to pass it by using one of the charges.
Oh, okay, right. No,
So,
it's
so
like it's
literally,
like rogue
if you
evasion.
fuck up,
Evasion.
yeah, so
Okay,
literally,
so
if you fuck up for whatever reason, for bad luck or anything, even if it's a natural one, you can choose to say, "Fuck it, I use a charge," and you're good.
yeah, please give me that shit.
And what was the other ring? The third ring?
The ultimate insight.
And what did that do?
You could peer into weaknesses, strengths,
Oh, yeah.
HP,
The very
secrets,
sexy
things
ring.
like that. Yep. So that's what you identified. Split the loot however you see it fit. Because you can give the cockerel leathers to Mira since you.
Yeah, Miro can wear
Yeah,
leather
Miro,
armor.
do you want to be able
Leather
to fly with some armor?
Is it light armor?
Yep.
Yeah, it's leather armor.
I want it.
Plus one leather armor.
Listen. If it's a battle of the bards, imagine how cool I would look if I could fly.
Yeah,
It's
it
true.
gives
Yeah,
you
but-
wings. It's
Yeah,
Red
I
Bull
want
armor.
it. I want it so bad.
And you can also have a shield if you want. We still have the
yeah.
buckler of
I can
vitality.
have
It gives
free
plus 8.
shields. Oh my god, I can have free shields.
I mean, you can't use them all at once, and this only has
But I
1
can have
AC, but it gives you plus 8 HP. We have it in the inventory if you want it. It's called the buckler of vitality.
Okay, wait, I can check the shields later. But
Yeah, I think we already told you about it. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
You did.
yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Did you take it? Then I'll delete it from the inventory because it's not in the party inventory anymore. Or do you not want it?
Oh, I don't know.
It's just as sexy as your current shield, but better.
Yeah, but like, I think more AC is better than HP.
Isn't your current shield
That's
a
fair.
buckler?
Oh yeah, but the buckler that Mira's wearing is enchanted plus one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she paid Conroy to make it a plus one.
Mm.
Okay, wait, so who took which? So are the rings gone then? So Ring of Evasion, I think it's gone, right?
Yeah, I guess we've
Yeah,
lent
Ring of Evasion
Ring of
now, and
Evasion.
Denise has the.
Yeah, we just given it to this random monk we met.
I mean, I've proved that I'm one of the cool kids. You know,
You've
This is true.
done
the
drugs with
drugs.
us.
I have gotten extremely drunk. I've gotten tattoos with you guys.
It's true. It's true. We bonded. That was bonding. We got high and then we got tattooed. You know? I feel like
Yeah.
that was an important thing to do.
That's pretty alright, all things considered, I'd say. As far as bonding goes.
No,
Yeah.
I understand how my daughter took off her friends. Okay, yeah.
I mean,
Boy, do I have some apologies to make.
since Sophia can fly, she doesn't have any real use for the ring of feather falling.
Yeah. I mean, even though I fly, I constantly fall down. But no, I won't. I wouldn't use it, no.
Yeah, I trust you. I trust you to understand. Being able to fly does not mean you're not able.
Yeah. Yeah, I've fallen on my ass
More
enough.
likely to catch yourself, but
Yeah, but you need at least 6 yourself.
Yeah, it needs to be a long fall for that. Yeah. Nah, it's all right though, because I already have 3
and,
things
and
attuned
yeah,
to
and
me.
Sophia has disadvantages against that because of the armor.
Mm.
Oh my god, I've been forgetting my Dark One's blessing. I'm so dumb. I've been killing bitches left and right, and I didn't get my temporary HP. Oh fuck.
I mean,
Can't believe
I would
forgot
quite
that.
like to take the ring of feather falling if that's alright with people.
Yeah.
Given that monks can basically do slow fall. And I don't have anything to argue against Mary taking it, but you know, she's getting the cool armor.
Yeah, but I deserve that.
You do deserve it. But I deserve
Thank
a
you.
pretty ring.
Yeah, you can have a pretty ring. I already have, I think, yeah. I have Feather Falls, so I don't need ring of Feather Fall.
I'm probably gonna swap out Featherfall next time
Yeah,
I level
on
up.
your next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, your next level. Okay. So
Oh, I actually already have 4 things because I also have a bracelet that gives me +2 to maintaining concentration spell. Or is
Okay.
that one not attuned?
No, that one needs to be attunement.
Okay, so I already have 4 things then. Wow. I can have 4, right?
4 is maximum, yes.
Yeah. So if I want more, I'll have to switch it out. Damn.
Did Rebecca die again?
Did she? No,
Oh,
she's
no.
here.
I accidentally left, I pressed the wrong button.
Okay. That was why. Okay. Okay, and Denise wants to get anything else. You still have ultimate insight to know secrets and stuff. Basically analyzing.
Um. Okay, so everyone's divvied up the loot by now. I got the ring of evasion. Sorry, I'm not sure of keeping track of all this.
Yeah, fine.
Can she wear 2 rings? I mean, 2
Yeah, you
magic
can.
rings.
Of course,
Yeah,
something gives me
Should we
better
save it
insight
because we
or
still
something?
have other people who haven't?
Yeah, but they won't. Yeah. So I'm a bit behind on all the cool loot stuff. So you know.
That is true.
We do still have some things in the inventory that no one's taken.
Yeah.
So
Just a
what was
couple
this about something to boost insight?
Lets you basically read secrets, weaknesses, strengths, health, or armor class, things like that, out of your opponent
That is
once a day.
Nice.
very cool.
Yeah, sure. I'd love that.
Becca,
Yeah.
you took the leather armor, right? The description for it is in the bag of holding. If you would copy it into your thingy, because I would then delete it from the bag of holding since you don't have the armor there
I
anymore.
do not have
We
access
also
to
have a
computer.
necklace of mice.
Okay, the description's also on Discord though, I think, right, David?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in Discord.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
fine.
just because I didn't take it out of the party of bag of holding because it's not there anymore because you have it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
I mean, just in terms of like metagaming, I guess the Ring of Ultimate Insight should probably go to someone who's like basically always here. So that's either me or Britta.
Yeah, and in that case, go to Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can.
I feel like that just
Britta has
makes
no,
most
Britta has
sense.
no more attunement slots.
Just so
I don't-
because we can use it for party stuff. Well,
Oh wait, never mind. Britta already had. So you're gonna have
Mhm.
your gauntlets of ogre power.
oh shit.
Do those also count?
Yep, those are attunement based.
Fuck. Okay. Alright, okay. I think I'm gonna then take off the bracelet.
Okay.
That gives me +2 to maintaining concentration spells.
Can I have those?
Sure.
Thank you. I have so many concentration spells. And I have concentration problems.
Yeah, you do.
Mosquito.
That's fair.
Also, your con is fucking terrible.
I know, I have concentration problems, man. I just told you.
Oh yeah, it's just a normal golden bracelet that gives you +2 to maintaining concentration spells. I'll
Nice.
just delete it from my thingy.
Yeah, it's
Thank
also
you.
attunement. Yeah.
Because I haven't really needed it. I think I needed it like once.
Yeah, just looking through the things that we
I-
have in the bag, we do have the necklace of mice, which is a
Yes.
necklace that lets you
Amazing.
turn into a mouse once a day.
Yeah, it's you can find some real dumb magic items like that.
To be fair, that could be very useful in the right situation.
Right. Except you guys never do any espionage because you have no rope.
Mm. We do have
Well, not
the
in the
buckler of
party.
vitality still, and oh yeah, we have those red magic scimitars. They're fire magic, fire damage.
Do you want to get those analyzed as well?
I
Or do we
guess
need to?
we already know what
The
they
one
do.
the one you barely know. You only know they do. Do you want to know anything else about them?
Sure, let's get them
Sure, yeah.
identified.
Yeah, sure. Like, okay, might as well.
I looted these
Okay.
off my dead girlfriend, says Sophia.
Yeah. Okay, so first things first. Name the Crimson King's Fang. They're a set,
Mm-hmm.
which means they will work better when they're together, essentially.
Okay.
Naturally, they do 1d4 extra fire damage. If you were to bathe this in the blood of a red dragon,
Mm-hmm.
it would evolve into a better weapon.
Oh,
Didn't we kill a red dragon?
Yeah, you did.
we did. God damn it. We even looted it, but we didn't take any fucking blood. We took everything out.
Yeah, because you never got any of that shit, so.
Yeah. Damn.
What happened with that other dragon that died?
And
now?
the way it evolves, it becomes a +1 weapon, +1 to
Mhm.
damage as well, and the hit dice of the fire increases to 2d4 instead.
Pretty sexy.
Nice.
Now we just need to go kill another dragon.
Easy.
Well, now you know.
Easy.
Thanks, David.
Well, it's a bit too late, so you'll have to wait until I.
Well, I mean,
again.
maybe we could borrow some if I hit up that other dragon I once met.
Yeah, because she's gonna just give you some fucking red dragon blood.
Yeah, she's a dragon.
Yeah, because that shit's just laying around.
Piece of shit mosquito. Well, I mean, who doesn't?
Alright, so. Yeah, that's what you find out of all of your loot.
Cool.
Alright. So yeah, at this point I'd say it's nighttime. So all of you can go proper sleep.
Yeah.
No,
Or
that's better.
not.
Except for Miro, who has insomnia.
Yeah. Is that a two-place go up?
or Sophia, who literally cannot sleep now because of the invocation she did.
Yeah.
It's a
that's
blessing and a
me.
curse.
I mean, you
Mostly
can
a
also swap
curse.
out the invocation.
So can I?
Yeah, you can after every level.
Oh,
Every
Yeah,
time you
okay.
level up, every time you level up, you either gain access to one more invocation, but you can change the invocations as you go leveling.
No, I like this one. I do. I want to spend my time reading again. I need to get some more books from the library so I can read them.
Giant porn!
Nerd.
Giant porn. We still haven't picked up the translation yet.
Okay,
I thought
so
we did.
Ooh, can I read all the documents we found that were hidden and see if there's anything interesting in there?
okay, I
Have
mean
you
you're all
found a hidden thing?
going to sleep.
Yeah,
Like,
we
what's
go.
the hidden thing?
Oh, that's
I
the
hope
the
it's a
hidden
hidden
room
thing.
that the hidden closet that we found in our house.
Ah, you found the closet, eh?
The
Right, what
hidden
did you find?
closet, yes. Surprisingly, you
All
went
of the
to-
items we just listed, like a bunch of the items we just listed.
the armor, the
Ah.
shield, and the spear.
Cool.
Okay,
That's just
so
lying around.
Well, it was hidden in
Okay,
the closet.
Yeah.
I mean, calling it a closet when it's just like a hole in the wall, it's a bit.
It's a
metaphorical
secret closet,
eh?
okay?
Jeez. No, it's a metaphorical closet. Get with the times, man.
Okay, shut up.
Secret closet.
So you okay, so you find so you found all of that stuff. If you want to go over it, like everyone else can go sleep.
So,
I guess Sophia doesn't need to sleep, so you can go over it if you want.
Miracle
Yeah.
help because I do not sleep. I don't.
Okay. No, you still need to sleep mechanically.
Yeah, but like Jessica that man.
I mean, sure, you'll stay there for a little bit, and then Sophia will kick you out to your room so you go to sleep.
Alright.
But yeah, and then as you go back to your apartment. Interesting day.
For a long day.
Interesting.
Eventually sober up, look at my arm, just ow, fuck, shit, fuck. Just switch to a puddle.
This is permanent.
Just go back to my empty house.
Now we're friends forever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but at least your feelings are.
Just kind of like, okay, it's fine. Sabra's made far worse decisions than I have. This is fine. It's clear where she gets it from. I imagine she just starts writing a letter to her daughter saying, "Hey, so I can see why you've made some of the decisions you have. That's fair. I totally get it now. Also, don't be mad, but this happened. Love you." No, I'm no longer mad about that guy you decided to try and spend time with who was a complete stoner. I get it now. Sorry.
Yeah, so you're like having a small crisis as a parent.
We're not stoners. We just
like many
We
weeks
can
later,
be.
just
we
Sarah
just
is
happen
like,
to
fucking hell, mom.
own some drugs.
We can be. Never set your goals too low.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh my god, I just had a flash of brilliance.
Like me.
Okay.
Do you know the owl that keeps going drugs? Drugs?
Oh, that fucking
Drugs?
line.
That's Opal now.
Oh
After
my
the
god!
oil incident.
Oh my god!
Sorry, okay, go on. Sorry, I just.
Oh my god!
Okay, so
Drugs.
okay, so for the next yeah, you're gonna sleep. Sophia, since you're actually don't need sleep, you can just read the documents.
Mm-hmm.
You can roll investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. There's.
Okay, 17.
Pretty smart.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's not too bad. You check over everything. You see, you identify a drop of points for the items that were gonna be smuggled.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like making notes for giving this to the police. Still debating if you're gonna do it or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I'm looking over this clue for my own interest to see if there's any like mention of anything I can use to, you know.
Yeah. Also, you see that. Yeah, you also see like the price. Like
The
gonna be
what?
sent. Yeah, you see that how much money they were gonna receive, like the item.
Mm-hmm.
See that for the spear and for the leathers, it's a hefty amount of thousands of gold.
Ooh, damn.
La.
And
Oopsie.
since you find the names of the people you're going to, or code names in some cases, you can do history check.
Ooh. There it is. Oh. Could be better.
Okay, so with a 10, you identify one person, the other ones you have no clue. Identify the name of one individual from Thebes, and you yeah, and you identify them because they're the chief of the police.
Oh shit!
Oh, is the police chief of Thebes corrupt?
Oh,
Maybe.
Oh, whoa. Pertinent information. Edit.
Yeah, And yeah, and I think this is where we should end our session. I think this is a good time to end it.
Oh,
And next time
exposition.
we'll have
Oh,
well, okay. Well,
You're just gonna be sad, right?
okay.
Another
I hope
life
okay. I
crisis.
hope you had fun with the with the session.
yeah, we
Yeah.
did a lot of dumb shit.
Okay.
Definitely a dumb shit off time episode. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Give a
perfect.
bit of a chance to cool down and actually
All of
learn
it.
what these people